hope Anna had set it to go live slightly before Claudia finished speaking, because it would have been amazing. But hello and welcome. It will be amazing regardless, and you can live forever wondering what words Claudia uttered immediately before we went live.
You'll never know.
I will give you one guess. I will give you one guess what the topic was, and I'm confident that all of you will know. Hi everybody, you are watching GeekSpaceTV. Welcome to a nonprofit streaming studio in the Seattle area. We are excited to be here and help and continue our mission of diversity and inclusion within gaming and geek spaces. And
that sounds like the mission statement.
It's my summary of the mission statement. It's my paraphrasing.
You hit all the points.
Paraphrasing. I get all the points. All of them are
All
mine.
of them are yours.
Wait, what? All the points to Raven.
Hold on. You get points now.
Yeah, the wig is great.
Yeah.
They
The
coordinated
wig-
their outfits.
The wig is great.
They both got blue hair. Oh, we both have.
I
dark-
totally-
Yeah, we have dark hair. What are you talking about?
I coordinated, yep.
And I am the middle ground. Hello, everybody. Tonight we will be presenting another episode of Leviathan: Distant Stars. It is a space opera-themed RPG using the Stars Without Number system, which you can check out for free. There will likely be a link up in chat. Or, this book, it's beautiful.
I remembered it this time.
It's good. So, announcements. The biggest announcement is this Saturday we are going to be running an emergency fundraiser event, which is 90% for us to be able to pay our rent this month. So if you are able to participate in that in whatever way possible, we are incredibly appreciative. Everything from being there in chat to tweeting about it, talking about it, hosting it, and contributing if you are able to do so financially. All of those are greatly appreciated. In the meantime, if you are able to help support this episode, we do have a donation goal. And on that note, we did receive 2 donations prior to us going live today. One of them was an anonymous donation for $100. I don't know if was there a message with that one? Let me double check. There was no message. And then the other one was I lost my mouse.
That's a weird screen name.
Do we get to put
Oh yeah,
the message on it?
what's the message from our anonymous donation?
Good luck with the rest of your endeavor. It was
The
very
question
succinct.
is that to the cast or the crew?
It's a little scary and vague too.
I know, intention. I mean,
I like
clearly,
mystery.
it was anonymous. I
Yeah.
had to make it equivalent.
Oh,
for,
okay, that makes sense. That's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yours was way more poignant. Mine was just gonna be secrets.
And the other one that came through before we went live today was $10 from Grazuk, with a little support and a smiley face as the message. So thank you.
Lovely.
So thank you already for those donations that came through. And if you would also are interested in setting up a regular monthly donation, we do have a Patreon page. That is a great way to get access to reward tiers and cool things and fun stuff that's going on, as well as know that you don't have to think about it every month. So, I think those are our main announcements. Friday is our last episode of Good Society, or A Manner of Speaking, a Good Society RPG. It is the final episode.
Already?
I know, it's already been 4 weeks. How is February almost over?
Yep.
February went so fast.
So fast.
I turned
January
around.
felt really slow, and February was like, nah, I'm done. I'm like, but we just started. So come check that out on Friday night. I'm just going to be very excited. The question is who will get married and who will remain a dowager, among other things.
I'm gonna be single forever.
I mean, that's the dowager. She's pretty great. She's basically dead. She's 37.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's basically
At that
dead.
point.
That's
She's
me.
basically
I mean, that's what I am, as we all know.
So come watch that on Friday night, and then just stay here forever, because we will be streaming for about 12 hours on Saturday, starting at
Yep.
roughly 10 a.m. And you will see some of these lovely faces there, and you will see other lovely faces there, and some new lovely faces as well.
Faces.
Faces. No feet.
No feet. 0
Okay,
feet.
let's
This
not-
is Twitch.
Wait,
Let's
what?
not make.
No.
No! Terms of service!
I'm pretty sure you could show feet as long as they're not the focus on a sexual gratification.
You
sort of
can
way.
definitely show feet, even though I was once told that I wasn't allowed to show off my foot tattoos because you can't show feet on Twitch. And I was like, that seems like the dumbest rule I've ever heard.
No, it's
But
just
now
not-
I just have to shout terms of service whenever someone shows feet.
Terms of service!
TOS!
If you shout about the law when you're committing it, it makes it safe.
Theft! And just run away stealing a TV. I think that's how it works. Murder!
And then
Sorry.
Comes like they didn't know the law.
If you also, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you clean up your mess too, like usually it's pretty fine.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah,
in my
you know.
experience.
So, that's all of our announcements. I think. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? No. You good?
No, you got everything.
Okay,
Extra
Anna
points
gave me
to
a
you.
thumbs up.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Ravenclaw is the best house.
What?
Is that the one that
No.
doesn't have a raven as the
I'm not
mascot?
good.
Yeah, that was okay.
What?
It was fun. I'm
What?
kidding. Like, goodbye.
What?
I can't leave, but I also want to leave.
No.
I'm stuck.
You were 100%.
I don't even know what
Sorry.
that means.
You
Slytherin
are
for life.
Gryffindor.
Oh,
It's fine.
snap.
I
Gryffindor
can
can
appreciate
What?
all of the houses from an intellectual perspective.
Can you move your mic
Yes.
Let's jump into introducing our players. With the one who walked out first and showed the most conviction.
We had good behavior and we weren't called on first.
Negative 5 points.
Now we're
Shut up,
definitely-
Snape.
Snap.
Why don't you have an eagle as a mascot, Ravenclaw?
Ooh.
Dumb, J.K. Rowling. Dumb.
Can't call him J.K.
I
Rowling.
can call J.K. Rowling out whenever I want.
Am I,
Who
am
are
I,
you?
Am I, is it okay if I introduce
It is
Yeah,
absolutely
yes.
okay if you can introduce yourself.
Am I
If you want to
allowed
walk
to
away
go?
too, you can as well.
Okay. Hi, my name is Blue Jay, and Slytherin is the best house. Sorry.
They're all lame.
nerds.
They're all equally lame. It's fine.
You can find me at twitch.tv/BlueJay again starting tomorrow. No, I'm doing another roleplay show tomorrow. Starting tomorrow night. And because I haven't streamed in a week and I don't know how to do this anymore and I feel kind of lost. Find me also on Twitter at BlueJay_712 or on Patreon at BlueJay712. You can just find me all the places, usually this week complaining about the fact that I have no internet. But I have it now, so we're fine. Everything is fine.
Good.
That must have been a really rough week for you.
It was.
Oh gosh.
It was. Yeah.
Oh.
It was hard, but I made it through, and now I'm here with you,
Oh.
and that
You're
wonderful
stronger
wig.
for it.
So.
Hi, I'm Shell Game. You can find me. Actually, my name is Sarah. And the words. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Shell Game. That's the thing.
Have your brains just like shifted up into
All
the
of
hair?
my brains just like left the room. They were like, "There's so much room here," and they just
left.
They're gone.
back here.
I play Thea Brown. Who's
Oh, I forgot to do that part.
Oh, you want to do that part right now, and then I'll do my part? No, you do your part. Okay.
Can you
You're
introduce
gonna learn about
yourself?
Thea in a
No,
minute.
no,
You're
we
just
can't.
gonna have to wait a second. Just 1 sec.
I play Rachel Lucas, who gets really annoyed with.
Thea Brown, who basically takes anything that Rachel says and does the opposite. I mean, if Rachel said, "Hey, please don't hurt yourself," Thea might hurt herself. That's just their rule.
Literally what happened last episode.
That's actually what happened.
Look, there was shit to be had. So anyway,
We did it.
we did. We survived. Thea, she looks for things and reappropriates them.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Claudia, but on Twitter I go by Jackie Dash. JAKIDAS. I was really territorial about my bell. I knew you were gonna.
So you nearly just threw
Everything.
kombucha all over the cameras.
Kombucha. I was gonna be really bummed because I was.
You guys are like, we're gonna be a
J-A-K-I-D-A-S-H.
perfect table after that mess, and then that happened.
We're still doing better than that side.
What?
Let me
was a
finish
really
because I
bad
have
intro.
a very professional intro.
Yes.
Of my character is Kika, who is our engineer, who's a little bit batty, who actually does what they're supposed to do and dismantles the gun. You're welcome.
Thank you, Kika. Thank you,
Thank you,
Kika.
Kika. Where can they find you?
Jackie JAKIDAS.
Awesome. That was excellent. Hey guys, my name is Drunkly Romantic. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Drunkly Romantic. I'm also the social media coordinator for GeekSpaceTV. I'm very happy to be here. I'm playing a AI named Ashley who dresses like Han Solo with no pants, is very shiny and metal, wears aviators that are duct taped to his robot head.
We want to be very clear. Kendall.
Kendall. Completely Kendall. Also, he's got a magnet on the side of his neck that just says, "Thank you for being a friend." It's very polite.
Oh. And hi, I'm Random Tuesday. I will be your jam for this evening. I thought I'd left my full-time job managing children, but clearly I was wrong.
Negative 15 points. We're taking all the points.
Oh, does that mean I get?
We all get the points.
Oh,
now.
we all get the points.
Wait,
So do I have 5
There's
extra?
only one amount. There's one pool of points, and we're just gonna keep moving it around this
No,
entire night.
no. I will take the pool. Thank you. It's all mine.
Wait, I don't
No,
understand. What's our
I just
team
got-
again?
Dream Team. The Dream
Okay,
Team.
okay. I wanna
We
make
streamed for 5 hours today.
It's been a long
It's been a
time.
very long day.
Power bomb.
Last time on Leviathan Distant
Let's
Stars,
do this. Let's do this part. The show.
the crew of the Batleth had a simple mission. Their mission was to get into a region of space called the Graveyard, named as such because it is a tear within thread space where large and small ships often find themselves plummeting through, forced back into the main plane of reality, and their ship torn apart and destroyed in the process. Totally normal. Great. Avoid that area of space, unless you happen to be someone wanting to scavenge one of those ships that had fallen through. The crew needed to acquire a couple of large military-esque ship-grade weapons in order to install them in Sarin, their Leviathan, which currently is weaponless after escaping death quite rapidly. So, they went into the graveyard with the intention of acquiring a weapon. They had a new pilot as named Ashley, the AI, that did not get along with Oksana. Well, let's rephrase that. Who Oksana did not get along with.
Thank you.
And they also had Rachel Lucas with them, who was guiding them and sort of directing them to the more efficient places and the better places to locate the weapons within the graveyard. Their mission, simply to dismantle the guns, bring them back. One of them they would be able to fit inside the Batleth, the other one they would need to be able to tow behind them, as they are substantially larger than the ship's carrying capacity. So, they made it into the graveyard. Ziana had to, why they needed a pilot, Ziana had to go help Hexy with a likely somewhat dangerous mission in a nearby planet, and so she had left on one of the small fighters that they had. They made their way into the graveyard and rather successfully piloted their way, found one of the two ships that contained one of the weapons they were looking for. They picked the smaller of the ships, though it did have a fighter docked to it. They noticed a second fighter when they got closer, indicating that there may be some other people on board. For what purpose, they were unsure. Rachel suggested a fairly cautious plan in which they split into two, one group dismantling the gun off of the top and the exterior of the ship, and the other one dismantling the electronics inside. Thea was less than compliant, and decided that rather than going along with this quite safe and conservative plan, she was going to attempt to see what there was worth to steal on this ship. So she went in the opposite direction of the other two. Kika successfully unplugging the exterior and the electronics portion of the gun with the protection of Rachel Lucas, while Ashley stood on the exterior and began dismantling the gun exterior. Thea ran into some other individuals who were looting the ship and were less than pleased by someone who was looting the ship, and a fight ensued. They did technically shoot first, I think, but Thea definitely didn't suggest that she wasn't worth shooting. Eventually, the fight was stopped when Rachel convinced them that they could come to an amicable arrangement in which the crew of the Batleth took just the gun and the rest of the ship was left to the individuals looting it. And they seemed to be okay with that after one of them nearly died, and Thea was patching up her vac suit, which may or may not have a slight knife-sized hole in it.
We patched it.
No.
They inserted the gun into the Batleth and are now on their way to the other and larger ship. This ship...
Before we're on our way, can I try and scan the fighter ships and see if I can get some kind of identifying characters so that when we go back I can see if I can figure out what it was that they took by what they're selling or something like that?
Sure. That would be program and intelligence to scan the other ships.
Wait, do you mean scan visually or computery?
Computer, I assume you're trying to get their serial
Can I
numbers.
convince one of the other crew members to scan the ships?
Be my guest. We will resume on the bridge of the Batleth. We've just loaded the gun in. Ashley is in the pilot's chair. You're about to make your departure to the other cruiser.
Before we leave, we should probably I would like to know who those people are.
Why?
Because they might not hold to the letter of our agreement, and I just want to, know who's tracking, selling
Thea's just gonna sit
What
down.
agreement?
that they don't
Kika
kill us.
wasn't there.
Kika wasn't there.
Maybe.
Oh.
Look, it's fine.
I just scan the ship. I just want to know whose it is.
Thea's gonna just start scanning. And as a side note, I would like to first scan and see what we can find, but ultimately I want to see if there's any identifier on the one guy that I like eyed down and asked for his name, and then he wouldn't tell me.
We did
I
also
want his
damage their
name.
ships.
You did.
We
You did
damaged
also
their
damage
ships.
their ships. They're you still have a little bit of time before. I think it was their engines specifically
Their
that you went.
weapons.
Their
Their
weapons.
weapons.
Their weapons will still be offline for a little while. Wow. Really? Wow. Thank you. We hit goal.
Whoa.
Hey!
That
Whoa.
was
Plus 30.
plus the.
Wow.
That was 20 minutes.
Okay, pressure's off. Let's just half-ass this thing now.
For Saturday.
You are getting paid.
Yeah.
No.
No, not for.
I mean, I'm getting owed money, but I'm not pulling the paycheck.
So, Thea, go ahead and roll your program in intelligence.
I've been.
Oh.
No, you're good.
Oh wait, no, that's.
And
I
then
need
add 2
both
to
of
it
those.
because you've already successfully hacked into their system.
15.
15. You were able to acquire, and I'll count that for hacking into both of them, so you're able to acquire like their sort of serial numbers. They're not associated with any major gangs. They look like they're sort of small-time scrappers. They are fighters, so they probably have a ship like parked kind of just outside the graveyard, and they're relying on the fact that they're like small and fast and maneuverable to avoid like ship-to-ship combat. And so you're able to get like the company or like their fixer or someone like that.
Okay.
So you would be able to kind of track them down and get some idea and figure out what they were selling.
Yeah.
Do I get his-
Unfortunately, the person was not the pilot. And you know for sure he wasn't the pilot.
Okay. Do I have the pilot's name? Would I have the pilot's name in that
Yeah.
poll? What's the pilot's name?
Kalasi. Kalasi.
Velocity's a great name.
Not Khaleesi, Kalasi.
Colossi.
Kind of what I was like lassi mango. No, mango lassi.
Really?
Okay. That's all I need.
That's I guess now their nickname. No, it's not. It's not. It's just the.
I think that's a
it's
fine
given the
name.
one.
Yeah.
Solid.
Thea just needs a name. She doesn't need it to be a good one.
Yes, you have a name. We will fuck it. Why not? Kalasi Mango.
Colossi Mango.
Colossi
I love
Mango?
it.
Colossi Mango.
From the mango estate. They
Yeah.
had a huge
Oh.
fortune because they discovered mangoes way back in the day and started importing them throughout
Yeah.
space.
Third fruit.
Yeah, but then their
Oh.
family had a lot of trouble
Spamango.
with the spangos.
They grew them on spaceships. Yeah.
Yeah, but then
It's
the
a weird
spangos
variety.
virus happened, and now there's no more spangos.
No spangos.
So their fortune died out. So now they're just
Scrappers.
scrabbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a tragic story. Tale as old as time.
It is
Tale
a
of
tragic.
that.
It is a very
So-
tragic backstory.
So Thea's gonna pull out a little book and flip like about halfway through it, and right underneath the name of Wendy, she's going to write Khaleesi Mango, and then she's gonna put a slash next to it, and then leave a little blank space, and then she's just gonna put the book away and tuck it into her pocket.
All right.
Thank you.
That's all I wanted. Now we can go to the other ship. Ashley, the coordinates gave you.
Permissions from the co-captains.
Agreed.
Rachel rolls her eyes so hard.
Thea like looks so pleased, and she's like, "Granted."
Thea is, however, still bleeding.
Oh yeah, profusely.
Part of my arm is still off too. I've taken some damage.
No, you.
No,
you
I
You got
healed it.
fixed,
I'm
but
not-
no
I'm not
one
full.
threw a patch
I'm not
on
full
you
though.
yet.
No,
You're
yeah.
not full?
No, I got knocked down a lot of points.
Oh, I probably still have the suit on actually.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. All right, no. After she says granted, she's gonna go back to her room and get changed.
Can I do a really quick? I know this is probably useless. I want to try to clear off any identifying serial marks of this gun, because if this is a very important person's gun and we put it on our ship and they find us, or, you know, like I'm gonna do the. I know how to strip like gun pieces.
Yeah.
I know how to strip. Just
Dot,
leave
dot,
it.
It's actually me.
Is that a big skill?
Yes. So while go ahead and give me your pilot and either Dex or Intelligence. You can give me Fix and Intelligence for scrubbing the serial number off of the exterior.
9.
9.
It's not very good. The dice need to They'll get there. They're warming up.
So that's sorry.
Plus your dexterity modifier, which I believe is your higher, which I think is 1.
Yeah.
Plus
Okay.
your piloting skill, which is 2. So plus 3.
Okay. That's
You rolled
8.
5. Yeah.
okay. Sorry, I forgot what I rolled for a
It's
second.
not a bad ride. It's a little bumpy, but it's not bad. There's a couple of moments where like Ashley's arm just sort of
Just spark, just like a little bit of spark.
like some sparking in the batleth just sort of rocks to the side.
My arm has
slightly.
to be like this while I pilot for a second.
You're pretty confident you've at least got any exterior markings on
Right.
it. You'll need to take a little bit more time with some programming skills to
Yeah.
like clear off anything from the computer-based
And
system.
that just
but-
takes plugging in, and they have to read the code to me, and like that's hard to do.
So you get there. So you are headed to a region, and you know that the cruiser that you're going towards, this one is broken up and was pretty significantly destroyed. Larger ships tend to get hit harder when they fall through the tear. And this one has been broken up into what can be registered as sort of 3 major pieces of it. You're going to need to get an exterior portion and potentially a couple of interior portions. This one being a larger gun may have both the sort of command module that you would need to acquire and then like the battery sort of engineering power module, as well as the external portion of it. Beyond that, you can go ahead and give me, whoever is manning the comms, a program and intelligence for scanning to acquire just kind of more information about where you might need to go on that ship.
Oh, Sophia usually would be, but she went to change her spacesuit, so she's probably not at the comms right now.
I mean, but we've been in space, driving around.
You've got
and
some time.
Flying around in space.
Oh, okay. So Sophia will do that unless somebody else wants to come. Cool.
Do you want
Oh.
to fail miserably? Because then I could totally do it.
Subtracting 1 from whatever you roll.
Oh, but I don't have
You don't subtract because you don't have intelligence.
Oh,
You only subtract because you don't have this. You're dumb. Make it even harder.
I mean, you could if you rolled it that low. Is there no negatives?
No. I guess if you have a really bad intelligence score, but mine's just +0.
Oh. I got a 10.
Nice.
Ooh.
10. Awesome. You are able to identify from what you can tell, one interesting piece, that there still appears to be some sections of power active on this ship. Most of it is in the sort of the latter quadrant that you would, or the butt of the ship that you would associate with probably where the engineering was. So where the power generators and the fuel would be on the ship, there does appear to be some power still in that portion. You can't register what would be any extensive life signs or any people. And your like basic sweep of the area, there's no other ships currently in your vicinity. So you are either you have missed and someone has been here before you, or they are not here yet. And that's judging by just how much Rachel expects likely people will be on their way. That section is probably where you need to extract like the power section, the power cells for the ship, or the gun, because then you'll need to do some repair work to reconnect it to the actual weapon on the exterior. So that's one of the areas that you need to go to, and then the exterior portion would be on probably like the middle piece that's kind of floating. So it's sort of like this end and then one up here and then one sort of down here. And so you think you need to go to the 2 main ones. It's possible after you do that you might need to grab something from the bridge, but you can likely get most things from the other 2 spots.
So yeah, do you like you scanned all this? Do you like what do you tell us about the like power science stuff?
Isn't there some sort of like display that I could throw this information up on that everyone could see? So that's basically what Thea does. She just throws it up and she like highlights the sections where you can see the power, and then she points out like these are the 2 places where we'll most likely need to go. There, here's where the bridge is. She doesn't, but the way that she says it is like she throws the image up. You see all the colors, you can see the stuff, and then she's like, so it looks like we just need to hit the first 2, but I don't know. Maybe we should hit the bridge just to be sure. There's nothing there.
Going by last time and our experience with running into anyone at all, I think that we should get the big gun off the middle piece where there's no power signs, and then we can tackle whatever's happening with those power signatures. I know that you didn't scan life signs, but that doesn't mean that no one's there.
I'm with Rachel on this.
Quick question: does it look like any one of those places in particular which out of those 3 sections, which one is most likely to have like the cargo hold or somewhere that might have something of value potentially still on the ship?
This is a big ship. It's a cruiser-sized ship, so it is significantly larger than a frigate. So it likely has. There's a reasonable chance that it has some sort of docking bay where like smaller fighters could be. There's also, from what you can tell, it's not a cargo ship. This is more akin to. Potentially, people might use it to carry some stuff, but it's going to have been largely performing some sort of defensive functions. It's not Ica, but it is probably belongs to a more powerful, either civilization or maybe a very powerful gang or something like that.
Okay.
So, which is to summarize, there are a couple of spots, but it's not going to be quite the same of like, this is the cargo bay. So middle, probably?
Okay. Where the gun is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thinking mechanically, like quarters stuff, power.
All right. Well, not hearing any like comeback or disagreement from anyone is kind of making Rachel like a little, yeah, okay.
I mean, just point to me where the gun is, and like Kika like goes to the display and like hits it, being like, "Is this where it is?" Like,
Because you can't see it.
I'm used to it, but like Thea immediately goes meep meep and gives her like all of the details,
yeah,
including and accidentally including the piece about where she thinks that the crewmen's quarters are, and the likelihood that she really thinks they should hit that middle section first.
Kika like turns and is like, "Really? Really? How good of a gambler are you right now?"
I'm an exceptionally good. Oh, was that? me?
Yeah, sorry, that was directly.
They're doing it again.
That was me. Yeah.
No, it was out loud, but she's like directly
just
looking
head
at
towards
Thea.
the middle part. I'm sure they'll stop doing whatever that is.
She did yell the how good of a gambler,
Yeah.
like out loud.
Yeah, like out loud, just to you. No.
with words that you can hear.
If we die and this ship does not get back, and now like Kika's like actually climbing to get to Thea's height.
I just put my arm out.
If we die and this ship does not get back to Sienna, do you know how much the afterlife is gonna suck for us?
Sure, if it exists.
And like let's go and like starts to drift down and like still like grabbing by the legs. No, you don't understand. It's gonna be awful. I don't know if I trust you. Right now, you're out of control.
I'm not out of control.
I'm
Kika.
perfectly fine with locking her in whatever thing that is in the top of the cargo bay, and the 3 of us just going and handling it. Because the last time,
Oh yeah, please try and lock me up somewhere.
This is uncomfortable.
I would like to propose that we stay together. It will take longer, but, I'm putting the word but, is this ship large enough to contain its own atmosphere? Like, we're talking about sometimes when things are large, they continue to have oxygen that's like...
Oh, are you
gravity
asking,
to them.
is the ship all entirely vacuum on its interior?
No,
Any of
I'm
the
asking 'cause, like,
atmosphere?
Because we've talked about in previous ships, when they're big, they have like their own kind of gravity and their own kind of...
Are you asking, will it be 0G when you get to the ship?
No, but that's okay.
Is there gravity on the ship? Is
No.
I don't understand because you
Sometimes-
talked about atmosphere and
Sometimes
gravity.
when we are on ships, there's like some residual like oxygen and gravity, and it's not like a full planet, but like...
It is potentially, so from your scans, a significant portion of it has been, like, the atmosphere has been dispersed into space. So there is no atmosphere on it. A lot of that will depend on did the airlocks, like, close fast enough where the ship was torn apart? Are you in a hallway that is exposed to the vacuum of space or completely sealed? Was it able to, like, seal itself? If there is any power, then potentially it could be maintaining life support. But if there isn't any power, then it will just be whatever is left in there. Definitely no heat.
Right.
You will need to wear vac suits.
Okay.
If only because you probably won't be able to do like full airlocks in anything that isn't powered. Because like even if the hallway still maintained its atmosphere, as soon as you open those doors, it's going to vent.
Okay.
Because you can't do an actual seal airlock. Its potential in the powered section of the ship, there could be portions of it that are still, life support is still working.
Okay.
Wait, why did I ask that question?
I don't know.
I don't know. You took a long time to get to that me understanding what your question is.
I do agree that.
And
sticking
again, there
together
won't
would
be
good.
gravity if it's
Yeah.
not powered.
This ship is too large, and we need 3 separate bits. We can't divide the 4 of us into 3 groups. So I think that it's better that we work together today.
And though you are the co-captain, if you agree to sneak off, alert me. I would like to help you.
No sneaking.
Well, yes, sneaking, but sneaking together.
Group sneaking. Activities.
Oh, right. Let's just go get this gun.
Just gonna say straight away, if you wander off and get yourself into a situation like you did last time, I'm not saving your ass. You can die.
That's what you're
for all I care.
paying. We're paying you for that.
I'm
Rachel.
paying to get the guns.
Rachel.
It's not my responsibility if she has no respect for her own livelihood.
Rachel. Sorry, Lucas. Which one do you prefer?
Both are my name. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. We're a team. We work together.
If Thea would like to wander off and get herself killed against my better judgment, that's her responsibility, and I abstain from risking my own neck and the necks of the rest of the crew to save her from her own bad decisions.
Hence, if you sneak off, I would like to come with you.
Good robot.
AI.
AI. Sorry.
I'm uncertain
It's
why
all
you
right.
would make these
I
decisions.
love your hair.
Thank you.
Let's just go.
You pull the bat'leth up alongside it. And in fact, the portion of the gun that you're getting to is on its exterior. So this part is really just a matter of getting as close as you can to the exterior of the ship and then walking your way across or moving your way to get onto the surface of the ship and then walk towards the gun. So
Spacewalk.
it's a spacewalk.
I have like both of my guns strapped to me. And then also like on my thigh like a knife, and I'm just like shaking my head the faster we get done with this.
I definitely have my bow, but that doesn't work in sometimes.
It can be difficult to use in space.
Yeah.
So this part is relatively simple, assuming you all go directly to the gun.
Yes.
Yeah? What am I rolling?
I'm making eye contact with Sarah, because last time she did not.
I think she does go with them directly to the gun, but along the way she's gonna keep her eyes out for like any sort of rooms that look useful.
So you're on the exterior of a spaceship.
Never mind. She's gonna go straight to the
So she
gun.
can keep her eyes out to any
For
like
now.
entrances into the ship, but she wouldn't see any rooms from here.
Yes.
I am walking in front of Thea, but I am having my sensors on where she's going.
By walking, you mean like thrusters?
Basically, slowly moving forward in space.
Such trust in Thea. My goodness.
I mean,
I
you
do trust you.
you earned
I
it.
mean,
I trust you're going to act according to your behavior.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
As you slowly spacewalk your way over. It is a very large gun. It will take a long time for just Kia to dismantle it on her own.
I am also small.
I can try and help, but
Would I be? Would any of my-
definitely
You
not.
actually have skills in this.
Then
It
I would
is,
love to do this.
It is intelligence and fix.
Do I get a roll intelligence to fix?
Yes.
0 is,
I'll
is
also
nothing,
try and
or-
help.
You do not subtract anything,
Okay.
so you roll plus your intelligence modifier. So I think you had one.
If someone
So
keeps-
maybe the two of you are
I
going
am
to
no help at all.
Yeah.
I get a 2. No, a 3.
A 3.
I get
okay.
a 3.
Don't tighten. No, you're gonna tighten the.
You
the
are
wedge.
definitely
You're
on
gonna
guard.
tighten-
You're just you have
Yeah,
guns.
yeah.
You are
I
watching.
try. I
11.
like.
11.
I talk to Kika, and she tells me like a
13.
sentence, and I'm like, no, I'm not. No.
You have to polarize that Nope. You're good.
You know what? You know what? I'm just, and she like pulls her like gun over her shoulder. I'm just gonna, and turns around in space, and then like because she tried to turn around, like then turns back around, and tries to like stop her momentum.
Okay, so 11 and a 13. Awesome. What did you roll?
A 7.
A 7. Okay.
Thea knows how to polarize the screws.
Thea, yeah, she's picked up one or two things. She knows that like what like pointing at this thing means. Just
I know what it means when Kiko's like, and then I'm just like, oh, here.
So, go ahead then for the two of you, actually, who aren't busy. Give me a notice and perception. Sorry, notice and wisdom.
Ooh.
5.
4.
Wow, we're
Yeah.
bad. I'm like, this is my job, and I can't even be good
I know.
at
It was
this.
like, oh, I'll be
You
fine.
were-
I got buffs.
You were both trying to multitask a little bit too
I'm
hard
paying too much attention to Thea.
in this moment.
I'm trying to figure out how to get in the ship.
All right. Thought maybe they'd get some bonuses on this. They're not going to. That's fine. There's sort of a momentary like creaking sound, and you're in space, so you don't really hear it, but you kind of feel a sort of vibration kind of tingle through you as something on the ship around you shifts slightly, and a section begins careening towards you. There is a significant chunk of debris that is probably making its way. Who's where on the gun?
I mean,
Where would you think?
I'm in the smallest part, which is right underneath the gun, where the gun reaches the
Where it connects,
the
like
ship.
right on the joint?
Yeah, and so my feeties are kind of upside down, and I'm just like,
I would probably be right there holding the bigger, stronger, the heavier bits.
Okay. It's
Space.
Yeah.
space.
No heavy bits.
Yeah, it's probably coming kind of towards the side of you then, as it, like, the ship sort of shifts, and then a portion of it is sliding towards you.
No,
So everybody
no.
give me an evasion saving throw.
no, I don't like this.
How do I do that?
So you roll a d20, and then you add your evasion save to it, which should be for all of you.
+4. Got it.
Plus, yeah, it's at least +3,
Mine's
plus any dex modifiers. You have.
Okay, I got a
so
22.
Nice.
So your
17.
dex. What's your dex score?
No one.
And then you add your level. So yours will be +4.
Oh, do you add dex too? Oh, no,
Yeah.
never mind.
I have 13.
16.
Okay. 17, 16, 22. Though you didn't really notice it, like you didn't hear it or really see it, you feel like your feet sort of shift and you just look over as you see this like massive slab of ship's metal coming towards you. You're able to sort of push yourself off and like float out slightly into space, or that's probably the fastest way away from
Yeah.
it, and you float away slightly. The two of you will be able to get to some cover. Kika is going to get pinned underneath it.
Wait. When you say pinned underneath it, is there another slab that's just like separating us?
Basically, what's going to happen is the two of you sort of manage to get to the side. The slab is going to come in and kind of essentially wedge itself between you and pin you slightly underneath the gun. So if you're like this, the slab's coming in like this, and you're trapped under here.
Not smushed.
You're not smushed.
Just
you're pinned.
just trapped.
So does that mean I have to go into the ship?
You either need to go into the ship or they need to move the slab of metal that has now lodged itself into the side of the gun.
Thea's gonna like
Did it damage
freak
the
out.
gun?
Yeah.
Maybe Kika,
probably
Kika.
Did I take damage? Oh, don't roll that. Oh, don't roll that
You
again.
take 6 damage. As you are tucked underneath the gun and you are the backs to it, and just this massive slab of metal clocks you like on the back of the head.
Melee?
The, fir-
Ripped to my shit, my.
No,
Okay.
it didn't slice your shit.
Okay.
Your
the
suit.
first thing I do when this thing like is careening is I look from where it came from and see if something like gave it momentum.
From what you can tell, it looked like you can see another section of ship. There's it was a piece that there would look like there was an explosion on the section that had power.
I'm glad we didn't go there first. And then like, as long as it doesn't look like it was like intentional, turn back to like everyone and see the freaking out and be like, "Where's Kika?"
Thea's gonna be like moving as fast as she can toward
Yes, Ashley will be in a hurry as well.
Is like half of me on the other side, or is it just like am I like I don't?
You are essentially, if you imagine under, like behind you, there is a gun. On top of you, there's this slab, and then there's like the ship kind of underneath you, and the slab is big
like a
enough. That,
teepee.
yeah, your motion is limited, so you struggling out without help is probably not going to happen.
Kika, meep, Kika, are you there? Kika.
Me, I am
Ma'am,
fine.
are you there?
Like, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like struggling, and then I hit it with my nose, and I'm like, I am fine. This is too small for me. There is I have a headache.
Okay, we're gonna get you out. Right?
Is there a way to
AI.
use
Yes.
my like one of my pistols to kind of like slice part of the metal off so that she
It
could?
looks like a piece of hull plating.
So no.
Probably not.
Yeah, my gun is definitely not good enough to slice through whole plating.
Would it be possible for me to lift it up or pull it out? Or dislodge it low enough that she can get out?
What's your strength?
We're probably not the strong.
1 + 1.
So 14 total. Probably not on your own, no.
Assistance.
Yeah, okay.
I'll try. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength and exert.
Seven.
8.
5.
Nope.
You can't really get enough traction. Like you have the magnetic sort of sticking to the side, but you're trying to push what is probably a like half-kilometer by half-kilometer piece of hull plating.
Stop. We're gonna run out of fuel in our thrusters if we keep trying to do it this way. Kika,
Yeah.
is there any weak bits in the hull plating underneath you?
Give me a
where
second.
the metal punched a hole?
Click, click, click. Dun, 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 dun. And you just hear like muffled rock music coming from underneath as like Kika searches.
There's a like slight vibration coming through the metal as she's like got the subwoofer going.
So I'm going to be not looking just up at the hole plating because I know holes are really built strong. I don't have a soldering tool with me, but instead not a big enough one to get through a hole. But I'm also going to look down because I know that right where they attach the gun, there's going to be some weakness. So, what would you like me to roll for that?
Notice and wisdom. I would also take fix and wisdom if you're looking specifically for weaknesses in the ship's design.
I mean, I really don't want to damage the gun. So which one would do less damage to the gun?
I mean, notice you're just looking.
Yeah, in either case, you're just looking for things. So give me notice and
Okay, I'll do notice and wisdom then, because I think it makes more sense. 8.
awesome. You're able to see like there's a couple of places that have that you can just like squirm your tiny little body around, and you can sort of find there are a couple of like sort of plates you might be able to pull off a section using your tool, your multi-tool, and what will then happen is you're likely inside
Yeah, so I'll,
like a
I will
small
meet them
section
on-
full of wiring.
Oh, I'm going into the like not. So how spaceships work, from my understanding, this is Claudia's Science Corner, is there's like a hull, and then there's the pink insulation of housing that keeps the ship from blowing up when it gets hot, and then there's the wires, and then there's the actual catwalks where people are.
Yeah, that like I mean. I don't know if it's pink, but roughly conceptually it is built in layers. Yeah.
I know
So
it's
you would be
pink.
able to get through into kind of
definitely
like
pink.
Yeah.
the wiring sort of section because you're small enough.
Yeah.
You can squeeze your way through and then potentially drop in on the inside of the ship.
Yeah, so I'm gonna meet them, or no, beep beep. I'm gonna like verbalize to the entire group of like, so there is no way you're not gonna be able to pull this off. Like, no offense, you're not the strongest woman I've ever met. So, I'm going to unbolt the gun from in here so that you guys can actually still get the gun off. Then I will meet you inside the ship. I will keep radios on a constant so you know where I am. I will meet you inside the ship after you get this gun piece off. I am small. I will be fine.
Okay.
It's an abandoned ship. What's the worst thing I'm gonna find in there?
The last one was abandoned as well.
And I just like,
Just don't go to the interior of the ship until we get there.
well, I need to go to the outer interior, the first layer of the interior cake, so to speak.
Once we get the guns off, will there be some sort of port for us to be able to drop down and meet you?
You can probably find some, like, an external hatch or a portion that has been blown apart.
It's just gonna be that you guys are not small. No offense.
None taken.
You
Probably
might.
the best that you were the one who got trapped.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think you guys are gonna be able to fit through that hole. So make sure you guys find an entrance that you can get in and get out of easily, because we might have to do a quick boot. I'm gonna stay all curled up with these really interesting wires. Might
All right,
take
go ahead
some.
and give me your fix and intelligence roll.
Be safe, co-captain.
Those of you, if you want to continue dismantling the ship, fix and intelligence as well. Or if you would rather more directly help in a different way, let me know how you are helping.
I still think that. I mean, my best way of helping is telling people what to do.
Oh, good.
Do you have lead?
Yes.
Okay. Roll lead and charisma
Okay.
for
12.
people management.
It's 12.
12.
Can I use my reroll? Because I don't like what my fixed roll was.
Yeah, of course. You don't have to ask permission to do that.
no.
I get 5.
Much better.
Ashley's listening to you for sure.
Yes.
We all know what Thea's doing.
I think if I had rolled well on that, it wouldn't have worked with the way that Thea is. So.
No, if you had rolled well, we would have found a way with her still being an asshole. But,
I mean,
this is great. I'm really happy with this.
the role just, it works. With,
I got
yes, go ahead.
12
12.
for fix, and now I'm gonna go scurry into the, after I get my section done, I'm gonna scurry into the ship. And
You get a Kiko-sized sort of section of plating removed. Kind of, you feel around and you find a couple of the bolts, and with a lot of finessing, you kind of pull the thing and then like get into it as you're pulling it into the like tiny space
Yeah.
that you are occupying. Your body is contorted in ways. And you find yourself first going through that fuzzy pink layer.
Oh, yeah.
And then into the layer that has actual sort of body space. You're going to destroy a lot of wires as you go through this. It's going to be like
probably
hacking through the jungle with a machete.
Oh, I got a zip tool. It's like a tool that has a like it's a I call it the mono tool, which isn't actually what it is, but it has a like wand, and at the end there's like the spinny murder bit that I tried to use to kill the brain heart.
Yes.
In the first episode.
The brain.
That's a brilliant
A
idea.
brain heart.
It was right there in
There
the
was a thing.
And
It was
There's a
like
whole
a
thing.
And then we
nerve
had to pull her out.
core pod, and she thought the best way of destroying it was to get inside of it.
You weren't wrong.
We did
I mean,
destroy it.
yeah.
The issue is I almost drowned.
You
in
weren't
Jello.
that wrong. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
pretty
Acidic
wrong.
jello.
Acidic jello. So I'm scurrying. Is this actually good wires? Like, can I scavenge the cover of this wires? Because if so, I think Kiko's gonna have
If
a
you want to
very-
slow down a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
you
I
can
mean,
scavenge.
Kiko's gonna have like a beautiful, just red cord necklace of these. Like, I'm taking the wire. We scavenge in different ways.
Thea would go look for their way to get in, the next easily
Okay,
accessible
then
port.
notice and wisdom.
Hush. 5.
Nope. There's
Yep.
Clearly, the only way in is like at the end of this section where it has been blown apart, and even then, you're not 100% sure.
Why are we rolling so poorly over
Ah!
Yeah, you are uncertain if there is one closer than like the edges of the ship, and those are probably like a solid couple 100 meters in either direction.
Okay. So then Thea would come back and try and help, since she didn't see anything immediately accessible.
Given that you're slowing down to scavenge, I'll have you do another roll then before Kiko will pop out somewhere.
The same one.
Yep.
Oh.
10.
10. Awesome. So with that and with Kika's final roll, you think you've sort of dismantled all of it. You're able to start like pushing it up. thankfully, you can kind of push it to the opposite side that the plate had like lodged in, the whole plate had lodged in that you couldn't really move. And you can get it set up in such a way that the Batleth will be able to tow it the rest of the way, but someone will have to get back on the ship to do the towing portion. Kika, you are draped in wires. You look like you have just gone jewelry shopping.
They're all the same colors.
And you find like you haven't really been looking for a way out of this.
Nope.
You've just been scavenging.
I got all the red wires.
So give me a notice and wisdom.
Oh no.
Good, really high roll of 6.
A 6. That's considered an average.
It's better than what I've been rolling.
You eventually like pause at a spot and you're like, maybe I should leave this tiny area because you like get trapped on some of the wires. You feel around and you eventually find like another spot where you can unscrew some panels and push it down. And you can drop down. There is no gravity in this section, so you sort of drop without really falling. And there is clearly no atmosphere in this portion, but you are in what appears to be a mostly sealed like corridor section. You see at one end like the door didn't fully close. You definitely see a couple of dead bodies.
Wait, what's O?
Well, I'm in a hallway. It is, and I assume it's for normal sized things because I'm
Conveniently,
small
it's
still.
dark, but that doesn't matter to you.
Yeah. So it's for humanoid size. And then like Kika like pushes off and like scuttles. Dead bodies, but I don't think they're coming back. And like Kika actually moves towards.
Can you find any like signifier of like a room number or?
And like it's just like give me is there like, can I see like if there's a doorway? Because I can feel around.
There is a
forever.
doorway.
I'm gonna push towards the doorway and just like feel for like a title or a number
See
on
if they
it.
have braille.
Well, like some, like, or even like an impression of like room. You know how like they have 115 or something.
Give me another notice and wisdom.
Much better.
Ooh.
12.
12. You feel kind of all the way around the edge. The door itself doesn't really have any markers, but you sort of drift away slightly from the door and kind of go up into like some of the ceiling area that you are. Up and down are hard for you to decipher because you're A, blind, and B, there's no gravity.
Yeah.
And you eventually like feel out what seems to be like sort of something that seems like an emergency sort of, and that's why there is like a tactile response to it.
Oh, so there's like an emergency door. Mm-hmm. Edging. Well, that's nice. Huh. If I pull that, will the vacuum of space pull me
In
out?
the vacuum of space right now.
You're already in the vacuum space.
It doesn't feel like it's a hatch. It just feels like it might be some like emergency lighting marker.
Oh. Huh.
Does it have a directionality to it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
So like
you
an
would be
arrow?
able to follow it.
Is it like
It's essentially
does it
the
make a
emergency
sound of,
lighting.
like, beep 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 beep
If it had power.
beep 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 beep.
Directing you with light the way you
Well,
do.
like like
Most likely, it's leading you to an emergency exit in case of just this event.
yeah.
So,
So I will make my way. Have we accessed our like tracking between our two spaceship suits? Is that a thing?
Oh, you have to be on the ship.
No. GM says no.
There is not like local tracking.
I mean, you'd have to be on the ship.
The ship might be able to do some element
Can
of
we
it.
talk to Oksana?
Yeah.
Oksana,
Yes.
is there any way for
Is
you?
Thea dead yet?
Not yet.
I am right here.
Tell Oksana I say hello.
That's why I didn't ask you if you were dead. That would have been rude.
Is there any way for you to tell us what direction Kika is going so we can meet her on the edge of the ship that she comes out?
Let me activate scanners.
By the way, Kika's gonna move very like carefully, like kind of like this is fun, and like look at try to look at the bodies for clues. So it'll be a slow move.
It's slow. As there appears to be only one life sign, I can presume this is likely to be Kika. She is headed and then provides a direction and says, I am sending you over suggested meetup coordinates.
Thank you, Oksana.
Did you send them only to Rachel or to everybody?
Definitely only to Rachel.
I love this.
Oksana's pretty great.
Yeah, so I would be like, all right, this
And
way.
Takika.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It's also good that you know where you're
Yeah.
going, too.
Yeah.
This way. And like I just go in the direction because I didn't know that she only sent it to me. Like I just like start moving in the direction where she told us to meet up with Kika.
Where are you going?
Oksana scanned the ship, found where Kika is, told us where to meet her. We're going to meet her. Isn't that what you...
Oksana,
Yes, Theo.
we all know that this is going against your score.
What?
What score?
The one that I keep in my head.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, I am not capable of reading minds.
I know some people who are.
We had one of them. No, we didn't. We didn't have someone who could read minds.
We should probably
You
get
know where
going.
Kika is. Let's just.
Yeah, this way. The way I was going.
Yep. You don't have to rub it in.
Ashley just goes in the direction.
Eventually,
important things.
Kika, you will
Just
sort of.
trying to save your friend here.
You will keep flying along, and eventually you find, like, you stop, and you're like,
I'm doing all that
it's
I
a
can.
giant hole. It's like a portion of the hull that has just been completely eviscerated, and you pop out, and you guys see up ahead just like a little Kika floating up into space.
With just too much wire.
Can I grab
Just
Kika?
yeah,
Just
you
put my
grab
arm
some of
out.
the wire.
Just put my arm out.
Just grab some of the wire
Yeah.
and pull her in like a balloon.
Okay, have a Kika balloon?
Yeah.
Just sitting there with the Kika balloon. I like that.
It's a lovely ship.
Oh my god. Don't. I'm.
How bad does she, like, how badly hurt does she look?
My screen probably has a
took
scuff on it.
6.
Like it
points of
probably
damage.
looks like there's like a little like, what's it called?
When,
Like
like,
when,
the
you know,
paint
like when you
rubs
were
off,
motorcycle
yeah.
helmets and like you
Yeah.
hit
Yeah,
your
like
head.
little
Yeah.
paint
Yeah,
scrapes.
there's some
Yeah.
abrasions.
I think because like she's so small, there's some kind of like natural maternal instinct, and I'm gonna roll remote repair.
Okay.
Aw.
Just like she's so little and she looks hurt. So is that 2d6?
2d6 plus
My biopsionics. Anything else or just biopsionics?
wisdom and biopsionics level.
So I didn't see any spirits in there, so I think we're okay.
6.
Awesome. You heal up to 6.
Wow! I feel so much better. I feel like I just like there's a rush of like I like being back with the team.
Glad you're
worried?
safe.
No, I wasn't worried.
She was worried.
I was not. I was not worried.
Correction, she was not worried.
Thank you, Ashley.
You are welcome.
I'm glad you're okay though.
You look behind Kika. I guess you kind of see it, and there's just the gun is sort of slowly drifting.
Oh, we should go tether that or something before it floats into the
Does
darkness.
Oksana have a claw? Have we decided that?
No,
I got it.
she's
it.
got like a
She's got a pretty claw.
towing mount, like
Yeah.
a tether, like
we have to attach
cables. Yeah, you'll need to hook the cables up on both sides, but you're able to do it. But now you have a ship with a gun inside, and then another one just sort of drifting along on the outside. So
Excellent.
it's a lovely big target.
that? But are we missing the power module on the command unit still?
There was some kind of explosion back where that power module was supposed to be.
Well, that's probably not good.
Oh, is that what that was?
That was what that was. So, how replaceable or irreplaceable is that part?
That part's going to be much more expensive. The command module is more programmable, so that's generally not hardware is typically more expensive than software.
I guess we just have to hope that it was an explosion not in that section because we need that part, or you guys are going to be paying a lot more than my fee.
Oh yeah, getting a very particular part, you can't afford that, even with all these beautiful cords.
The cords will not sell for like $250,000 guck.
Well,
All right.
do
So?
we have any kind of flame retardant?
I am mostly flame retardant.
I mean, for like flesh. No offense.
None taken.
We probably did at one point, but I don't know the last time we restocked the safety.
All we
Yeah.
have to do is just vent it. Fire can't survive in space.
I mean us. If we catch on fire.
Fire
if
ca-
there's another explosion. It doesn't like. It's not exactly stabilized. whatever caused the explosion could cause another one.
The last time that we used it, it might. I mean, to be fair, I didn't know that was going to happen, so we just had to.
Yeah.
There was a fire extinguisher. They discovered that if you strap a fire extinguisher to the back of a chair in the vacuum of space, you can just use that to propel
Like
you.
Wall-E.
Yeah, like
It
Wall-E.
was really.
They
fun.
watched this old video,
Called
like really old video
was
about this robot.
I like Wally.
Wall-E's a great movie, classic.
We did mean to get more, but it just wasn't on the docket of things to acquire. So, but if we go into the ship, they might have some in here somewhere.
Ooh, we'll keep on a lookout as we were walking down this totally safe hallway.
You're on the exterior now.
I know, but we can go back.
I'm all for going back in and
we have
looking for
to-
flame retardant.
Do we have to like go into the Batleth and like drive to get to the other part of the ship that's floating, or
You could walk there and spacewalk.
And it's not like that.
It's not that far away. It'll take you longer. You will be drifting in like empty space for a little bit of time, but not that long.
Probably best not to put the Batleth and 2 giant guns right next to something that just exploded, though.
Yeah.
They're close enough together.
Okay.
I'll go search for flame retardant. I'm 100% on board with this
Together, all together.
Yeah, I'm with you. Plus, there was dead bodies in the corridor, so if you stay with us, you can loot those bodies.
Well, let's just go then. Dead
didn't-
bodies aren't
So
getting younger.
you drop back down the hole. I assume actually first you go back to the Batleth, strap the gun,
Yes.
Yes,
get
that
all
was
of
just
that.
it. I
hooked up.
was gonna make sure we did that because that is a big
put
target.
the Batleth in park, and then hop back down this hole, and begin walking down the corridor. Those of you who do have vision, you can see like there are kind of in the same way that emergency lighting signage often has like that glow in the dark sort of luminescence to it. They have some sort of signage that was basically what she was following that would direct you even if there is no power. But beyond that, it is pretty much pitch black except for whatever lighting you happen to be carrying on you. The corridors are pretty smooth. Like it's not a great floor. It's like the ship looked like it was a pretty high rent ship. Although there's definitely hard to tell what is battle damage or damage from the falling through the tear and what is just like this ship used to be a really good ship and hasn't been super well taken care of in a while.
I'm doing the flashlight gun thing.
Yeah.
So,
I
there's-
am stopping at everybody.
I am stopping with her
There
in
are a
any
handful
body.
of bodies. Some of them are just floating. There is really no gravity here. There is, your readings sort of indicate very small amounts of atmosphere, like it hasn't all fully vented in certain areas. A lot of the doors, like some of them closed fully, so you will need to kind of work on those, but between your various skills in fix and strength, you should be able to pry most of the doors open. And you sort of follow along your hallway. So everybody who is looking for things, whatever those things happen to be, go ahead and give me notice and wisdom.
I'm looking for danger.
I'm looking for Guck.
I'm looking for panels where I can restart the ship to make it turn.
10
10.
for danger.
For, what are you looking for?
Anything that Thea might want.
So you're looking for gut.
Maybe.
9.
7 for like electricity panels.
You find a couple, you mess with them a little bit, but this section of the ship looks like it's almost completely detached from whatever was powering it. You might get like a couple of lights to flicker a little bit, like there's some reserve power in certain sections, but nothing approaching any like sort of functionality of the ship. You're able to pretty much stay alert to any danger, Rachel. As far as you can tell, like there is nothing alive here. And also nothing automated that would be able to kill you because there's no power.
Good.
Thea, you stop and scavenge a couple of the bodies. From what you can tell looking at them, most of them have very little like personal spending money on them because they look like they were kind of crew personnel working. So they most of that would have been kept in their quarters and quarters. Some of them do have weapons on them, nothing particularly fancy.
Any good throwing rifles?
Yeah, you can pick up a throwing rifle.
Okay.
Like it's not a great one, but like it's a throwing rifle.
It's a throwing
It's
rifle.
not as well balanced as it could be if it was actually made to be thrown.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want a throwing rifle to be balanced because then the side that hits him is the heavy side.
It's also not a bad idea, though.
You go like, ka-choo, ka-choo, ka-choo. On my hand!
Throwing rifles are even harder to use
Is
in
that right?
space
Is that
because
right?
they just sort of go without a lot of momentum because it's hard to get the momentum in space.
It's just like
Ka-choo,
then it's like
ka-choo, ka-
you just like let it go and it just like drifts.
Yeah,
Just push it a
higher
little
than I
bit.
thought it was. So you pick up like pocket change, but nothing of particular value. If you wanted to break off, you might be able to find some more. You do see like some side doors along the corridor that you're going through, but they're all like those ones for the most part did seal or were closed. Like you would get the idea that they stay closed unless someone is actively walking through them.
Did anyone? Did
And these
anything-
doors, as far as you can tell, are stores.
Ooh, the fun ones. The good ones.
If we had days, I could take all the pieces. We don't have days.
You don't have days.
Do any of them look like crew quarters, or do any of them say the word treasury or anything like
There's
that?
definitely no word that says treasury.
Bank? Is there like any bags with dollar signs lying
There
around?
there is momentarily what you think a guck symbol, and then you sort of shake your head, and it's not guck.
Is this the hook skill symbol?
And
it's a G?
I've never seen
I've never seen it either.
actually, did anyone look for a fire like the flame extinguisher?
No, we kind of just gave up. We forgot.
I was too busy looking for danger.
Yeah, that's
One of us is doing their
We
job.
all
Plans.
knew Theo was not going to be there looking for flame retardant.
Did,
I mean, did
Ashley
Ashley?
try and look for one?
Sure.
Okay, Ashley
Absolutely.
finds one.
Excellent.
In like a little emergency, section. Like there are sort of periodic you can pick up. In fact, you could probably pick up 4.
Co-captains.
How big is it?
There's
small.
4.
They're like
There's
little
4 of them.
compact-
I'm holding them
Oh,
up.
they do one.
I also
maybe
grabbed
one
one.
encumbrance if you
Just like
carry it on.
fine.
slowly.
I don't know how encumbrance works.
Encumbrance is half of your strength score, so not
Okay,
the
then I'm
modifier.
totally fine.
And that's just for things that are readied on you. You can have a whole strength score stowed in a backpack.
It looks like fun. I just
carry
kinda-
on you. It's a lot. You
Just
can,
you smile a little bit.
I got one on my belt and it looks so cool. It's red. It's not red.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Red.
It's red.
along with all of the wires that are all
Not
red.
red.
I like open my mouth to like, that's blue, and then I like take a breath and I'm like, yeah. It's like it doesn't.
It doesn't matter. Colors are meaningless when you hear a bat.
Ashley notices the using the first issue, and he just kind of just a little smile.
Both
and
of
that's
you
it.
now have half of an extinguisher. Please
What?
note that down. It is still 1 encumbrance.
I swear to God.
Kika, you sense like it's misty in front of you.
Why?
Everything is blurry for a moment.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep walking through it. Yeah. So we're like walking through. We're going to the power. I'm listening for when we start hearing like the whir of electricity.
You are not in that section of the ship yet. In fact, you are going to first and come across essentially the chasm, the divide between these two sections of ships. One is sort of down and like kind of diagonally down and below you. You can stay on like the core. It is not like a clean break. It's not like you snapped a chocolate bar in half. It's like ragged
chocolate.
sections.
Right, that's what I went
Why'd
with.
you say
Sorry,
that?
where am
We bought a box of chocolates.
Box of chocolates right there. Here.
There are other people who can do that, Claudia.
It's like
we have
it's like-
assistants
it's
for
like-
that.
It's like when you take a sort of a brittle twig and snap it in half, and like it's all jagged on the ends in these two sections of the ship. I'm gonna just talk over this chocolate.
Yeah, this is clearly this is
We
more.
had to fire the assistants
Okay,
to pay for blue M&Ms.
I feel like this has opened up a box of worms.
I mean, this is
I don't know
probably
what you're
not too
talking
much
about.
sharing.
And
fine.
there's likely.
Hey Lauren, how about this RPG that we're playing that we totally
we
got funded
playing
in the
an
first
RPG?
20 minutes?
I mean, you were talking about chocolate. What
Yeah.
am I supposed to do?
So it looks like brittle and snapped, and portions are sort of unevenly jagged edges. I took one
If
before,
you
and it
tip
was a
your
mistake.
GeekSpaceTV cast, they can buy even more chocolates.
100% true. I ate one earlier, and it was a mistake, and I was betrayed.
This was a
because it
mistake as
tasted
well.
This one is
I
not
thought it
a
was a
betrayal. This one is delicious.
Did you get the cream? Wait, we're not. What is happening?
You went and got the chocolate.
Yeah, but it's not my fault.
Okay, Okay,
So-
so we see a
So
great
we're-
divide.
Yeah,
you
we're
see
looking at
a
this.
great divide
Best
that you
English.
will need to cross. You are spacewalking.
Can we-
It's
Can I have Ashley like metallic clamp and then like shove us all?
so the issue isn't so much getting there. Like you'll be able to cross the distance. It might take you a little while, but as long as you have enough momentum, you should drift toward it. The bigger issue is, do you all land in the same spot?
Right.
Because like small variances in your jumping are going to potentially swing you relatively widely.
Can one of us have a rope? Do we have chains?
We have your wires.
I have low light goggles.
No, that's
We have wires and
Here, hold these.
no the
Drifts
the
off into
wires.
space.
You do have a lot of wires suddenly.
I could
Oh,
throw
yeah.
me, and then I could make it like tagline between the two wires, and then we could all make sure we go to the same place.
what do you think, Co-Captain?
Yeah. It's a good idea.
roll
So
me
tired.
a
What am I, chopped
d10.
liver?
Roll throw.
No, roll a d10.
They are the co-captains.
Theo looks at you and goes, well, I didn't
5.
say it.
You have 50 meters of wire.
Ooh, is that enough to cross the ground?
Is that enough to at least tie all of us together?
That
so
is
we
definitely
can-
enough to connect all of you together, yes.
Well,
it's
then do it.
probably not enough to get you the full distance.
Well, we still have some of the fire extinguishers, so maybe we can use that to propel
No,
us.
we need those to extinguish fires.
We
We
need-
only need one to extinguish fires.
Unless it's a big fire.
Unless it's a
And
big
then we
fire.
need 2.
Okay, okay.
And we have 4.
Tying us
You
all
have
together.
3, technically.
I mean,
Okay, Keegan's just be like, tying, and I'm like, I'm in the center.
So you wrap everyone together with all of the red wire.
I try and get like further from Thea because we're like tied together and I can't.
No, I definitely
This is
don't.
the, I tie you guys a little bit tighter, closer. This is the get along wire.
oh.
So are you two tied next to each other, or is Ashley in the middle?
Oh, no.
Who did you
I
guys?
would imagine I would be on the end to like push more or to like throw like add more momentum.
I'm the middlest.
So you're in the
mid.
between us two.
Yes, I'll be in between you two. That's
Okay.
easier.
Okay.
It's,
Just, like,
it's
down
still
here.
definitely
This
like.
way.
It's both of us trying to.
Everyone behave, or I'll turn this wire around.
So how are you going to propel yourself?
We push.
Okay.
Say push, and then worst
Are
comes
you
to
going
worst,
to
I will
attempt
grab.
to coordinatedly push?
Let's all push together. Yeah, we can.
All right.
Okay,
Excellent.
ready?
Can I use my lead to get us to count down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
would,
that.
roll lead in charisma. And then everybody give me a strength and exert
Oh, good.
for pushing.
So how does
So
the reroll
strong.
thing work?
You are
I don't get one.
you don't get one because you are a partial class. So the
Oh,
full
okay.
expert class gets 1 reroll per scene.
Well then I get a 7.
12.
On your leadership?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are able to count down like 3.
I can count.
You can
3,
count.
2, 1.
1 push,
I count 3, 2, 1 push. Got it.
and like
I thought we were going on 1, and I got 2.
It's okay. I don't think you can move too
I
much.
rolled 2. So I did it like 1.
Keegan
Keegan's
was
like,
tied in such a way that she couldn't actually reach the surface that you were pushing off. Like her feet aren't on the ground.
Just kicking at the.
So 12. What's strength and exert?
Oh, strength.
Oh, 8. 8.
7 for that too.
7. So a lot of the power comes from Ashley, but you two are able
We
to kind of
figured
give a
that.
solid push off, and so you all give it a shove, and you end. And Kika's like legs are kicking out of time, and you begin drifting as this bundle of people and wires, and it's sort of awkwardly.
it's
long.
so uncomfortable.
Like it takes just a little bit longer than you all want it to.
If
Can I
we-
play the? Just
I'm
a
like
little bit
I'm
of
like
music?
spending the time like waving my gun around in different directions of space and like looking for I'm looking for danger and like
I just realized that if we rolled insanely badly,
We'd just be
we'd probably
floating.
just be floating in the center of it and not ever find a way.
Show-
out.
show's
We have
over.
the fire extinguishers.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have the
you're
fire
right, you're right.
extinguishers.
Okay,
That's
okay.
You would
that's-
have had to use your backup plan.
Okay. Oh, I just got
You also
really
all
scared.
have thrusters. You just eventually they would run out of power.
I'm definitely doing the like danger, 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 danger.
Ashley's just pointing in the direction he wants to go.
Thea's just like, okay. All right.
And
Still happening.
How's everyone doing?
I don't like this. Have you ever picked up a sloth? That's
Yes.
what's going.
I've always picked up slots every opportunity I get.
Stop moving. You're using up our momentum.
There's no momentum in space.
Yes, there is.
And eventually, with a thunk, you land on one
Okay,
of the
okay.
external portions of the other ship.
Immediately
Kika,
untie.
you sense like there's a little bit of a purr here.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hey, baby.
What?
And like you can just like gets close to the guy and be like,
Slips out of the wires.
like just
like
Bring
a
in that-
baby out of
The
their.
bite.
this is good.
Did you want these back?
Yes.
or-
Yes, give me yes. Yes.
I wrap the wires together for you. And
Theo wants to just like take a clean, like just look around and see if there is anything in this area marked treasure or guck or.
Is there anything with a big like flashing neon sign on it?
just
Steal
arrow,
me,
yeah.
steal me.
Yeah.
No, surprisingly
Indoor
not.
casino.
Surprisingly, this was not a gambling ship. That's full of just a bunch of currency.
Ugh.
Weird. Every ship that I go on is a gambling ship.
I mean,
Pulls a deck of cards, starts.
Ashley touches the ship where Kika was feeling the purring, just to see if he can feel anything.
Is your gloves on?
Yes.
Yeah, there's power in this section of the ship. Not all of it. It's sort of patchy.
Okay.
Like you're both like stroking the ship, and
Yeah.
I'm just like got my gun out, and I'm like,
We're getting close.
So the immediate corridor in front of you is half blown apart. You are standing in the open portion, and then there is a set of doors that look like they did fully seal that are in front of you.
should we knock?
I don't. If someone's alive in there, they're not gonna like it that we take their only power source.
I mean, we're not taking the power source. We're taking the thing that is connected to the power source that powers the gun.
Between the
It's
power
like a
module
converter,
and
essentially.
Oh, that's not bad then.
I just think they might not like if we open the airlock into
Let's
their
knock.
space.
Let's do that.
I
We
vote for
didn't-
knocking.
So we didn't register any life signs.
No, you can't get a fully accurate scan of like how many there are, but as far as everything read, there was nothing that appeared to be alive.
if I wave my hand over the door, can I use my
Yeah, you can attempt to hack.
Oh, I forgot that she had.
I can also do it.
That's program, right?
Yep. So program and intelligence, activating it, you add 1 to your system strain temporarily, and you sort of are able to hack in without having to pry anything open.
Sorry, I rolled 3 dice and I only should have rolled 2. 9.
That's good.
What are you trying to access from the system?
What I would like to see is, what like, if there is the power that is behind the door that's holding it closed. Is there some sort of security system or alarm that if we open the door it would set off, or is there like a double? Essentially, is there an airlock or is there a security system that in some way, shape, or form, when we open the door, it would trigger some sort of alarm, right? So if there is no airlock, then obviously it would trigger an alarm because all the air would rush out. Or if there's a security system that triggers an alarm.
So you sort of pass your hand over and you're able to get like a little bit into the system, and you sort of see the immediate wiring, the door connection, and you very quickly register it as like, it's a door, this is not designed to be an airlock, this just sort of seals off. There's a corridor behind it, and then you feel like your hand gets hot, and there is a momentary surge as all of the wiring back into the implant just burns, and you are forced out.
Whoa.
Are you okay?
What just happened?
Your eyes do the thing.
Yeah. I don't even know what that was.
That was called double sixes.
I would like to hack in, see what I can find.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait.
Whoa. Someone just hurt themselves.
Ashley just immediately goes up and like finds a panel and starts like undoing it because you do not
What
have the
exactly
remote hack
was
that she
that?
has.
You have native hacker, which I can.
I mean, that's a new installation.
If you want to commit processing to that,
Yes,
you
I
can.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't think that a system could force you right back out.
Not usually one that's not active.
Well, this one must be because that hurt.
That sounds like either a really smart system or computer that's still online or like a person.
Yep.
Maybe it's just the computer's still
Do I have
online?
Yep. You need a roll program.
I don't know.
intelligence.
I've hacked computers before.
Technically speaking, this tells you that it is not a program.
8. Or not 9,
You
sorry, 9.
immediately are aware because normally as an android, as an AI, you are able to natively hack into a lot of systems. The only systems you cannot just sort of automatically hack into are ones that have been established by an AI. You are not able to get into the system, but you know that much.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe there's no life science because there's
Wait,
no
did you-
biological organisms
Wait,
on
what
board.
happened?
I don't know what Ashley has said.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you do? Did it work?
The system seems to be established by an AI. I cannot access it. There may not be life on the ship, but something else.
Well, doesn't
I mean, it
that
depends on
count?
how you define life, but we can
Yeah.
have that argument for 1,000 years, as it's been had for 1,000 years.
Maybe they're stuck. We can help them out.
Is there any way I can make any contact with anything in the ship?
You can potentially just comm it. Like, no one's tried literally sending it a comm signal.
Well, we said we were gonna knock, so.
Knock, knock.
You sort of open comm signal to send knock knock. There's silence, but it is a static silence. You sense the signal has been connected.
Something's there. Hello.
Hello.
Oh. You're,
My name is Ashley. What is yours?
My name. 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 Name.
Are you in need of assistance?
Name. Assistance. Hello?
Hello.
Is it broken?
Me and my crew. Our crew is here. Do you
Crew
need any
is not
assistance?
here. Crew is not here.
Do AI go insane? Is that a thing that happens?
I don't know.
Do AI go insane?
You know, there's two possibilities. AIs can be braked, which basically stops them from sort of using like their infinite amount of potential intelligence, which would send them kind of crazy. And then the other option would be if systems are sufficiently damaged enough, it is possible that the AI itself is not completely functioning.
Due to the status of the ship, it is possible that the AI is damaged in some capacity.
Damaged.
Damage reports. What is the state?
Damage. Damage state.
Do you think that makes it dangerous?
Potentially. Is there any way you can let us access the ship?
Access. Sort of a moment. You see like a light flash several times. Red, 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 and then it switches to green. And the door slides open and there's just an immediate rush as air is vacuumed from the hallway.
Look.
Okay.
Yep. Ashley goes in first.
Those magnetic boots gotta work out.
You'll kind of duck down. It's just like,
put you
if your helmets were on, you'd have beautifully windswept hair.
It looked like that.
Kika is on my shoulder-ish as we are entering.
I'm gonna make sure this is very quietly, like in Ashley's speaker sensors. Is this AI savable?
I will not know until I learn more.
We're gonna follow your lead. But and then like Kiko looks over at Thea and is like, we've done what needs to help.
Stay on your guard.
As you step into the hallway, the lights are sort of flickering as if they don't ever quite get enough power. Everything's kind of dim. As you walk in each section, it seems like they sort of turn off and then turn back on again. There's kind of an eerie sound of each of your footprints as you go on. As you reach another door section, as you pass the threshold, the door behind you sort of slowly slides closed. And then the next one in front of you slides open.
Oh.
There's sort of a filling of the air as the system tries to stabilize. And the lights continue down the corridor for a while.
Flashlight gun.
Yeah.
Are there
Actually, yes,
any
it's done.
rooms that look like crew member quarters?
Roll notice and wisdom.
6.
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay.
And I think that is where we will pause for our break.
Right before the
I
next
just-
door, or as the door opens?
Yeah, as right after you pass through that second door and everything's repressurized, so you walk down kind of 2 segments of hallway, and you are thoroughly in the depths of the broken ship.
It's purring. It's purring.
It is purring.
Last time we were on a purring
I
ship.
also want to know that this section I'm playing is called Eerie Silence with Music.
It's very eerie silence.
I like
with
it.
music.
Silence
It does fit.
with music.
Sirenscape. It's got it going on. It's got it going on. All right, let's
Excellent.
read these donations. Thank you so much, everybody. Then we're going to take a quick break. Probably eat some more of this chocolate. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't have time to pick one. And then we will come back for the second half of this episode. I'm trying to waggle my eyebrows emphatically, but that didn't seem to work.
$560.
We're almost there.
To what?
No, I don't know.
I mean, I'm really bad at tricking
No,
audience.
Okay, our first
good, right? You haven't done
explanation that came through is from William_TW, our ever wonderful runner of our Wikia. I probably have some more names to send you the spelling of, like Kalasi Mango.
Yeah.
From the mango, the
Mango
spa-
family.
yeah,
The
mango
space
Spango
mango.
fortune.
Because
Mango fortune.
I really hope he comes.
With $25, can't wait to see how you're going to kill it and make new friends in the graveyard this week. With just a touch of phallic weapon innuendo, maybe? Probably.
We haven't been phallic at all. This
Yeah,
time.
we
Thank
hadn't
you.
touched anything phallic at all this whole time.
We're being very safe.
We're so PC
Yes.
right now.
We
I would
have
show this to
fire
my mom.
extinguishers.
Yes.
They do have fire
Safety
extinguishers.
first.
I was a little sad you didn't have to use them to cross, because it would have been hilarious.
We just use them for fun.
I would love to see that scene. That is a scene I would love to see pictures of.
The wire.
All of you tied together.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Next is from Geeka218 with $25 and no message. You filled in one. Who would like to fill in this one?
Geeka.
Kika. Geeka with Kika. Kika.
Thanks to y'all for being stupendous. I super hope you don't meet any really broken AIs, because that would be bad for you. Smiley face, winky face, smiley face.
Wow, prescient.
It was really good. It was good.
It was very prescient.
You knew exactly what was going on.
Theater Nerd with $150. Thank you so much, Theater Nerd. Well, consider this my donation to keep the lights on. Unfortunately, I am busy as my birthday is Sunday. Here's to the crew and our wonderful guests.
Happy Sunday birthday.
Happy birthday.
I have a present for you.
Is it this show?
It's the show I'm doing.
Is it show you're doing? Nice. It's a different
So
show.
thoughtful and sweet.
Yeah.
Lizzie the Bold. We miss you. With $25, I was going to write something funny, but I'm rendered speechless by the majesty that is Sarah's wig. It's so good.
It's a
If
big
only
wig.
you were here in person to touch
Big
it.
wig.
It's very touchable.
It
It's
is.
super squishy.
It's super sweet. There's a lot of hair
There's
or
a lot of
something.
stuff going on.
If
over
I was
here.
Yeah.
Thumbelina, I would take a nap at it and then be like, oh no, and just jump out.
I
and
still.
then be
I
I
feel
want to
like
take a
you-
nap at it.
It's
Is
like
it the
pillow
song?
science.
I like the Thumbelina song.
Next is our Chaos
remember, I
46
haven't
with
seen this
$20. On with the spelvaging and the splooting.
Sploosh.
I don't like splooting. I want to veto that
I
one.
definitely don't like this flute.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Next is Mythalion with $10. Profesh. Is that still happening during our intro? It was. It was.
Is that when we
Is
had
that the chocolate or
Yeah.
there's a lot of professional.
No, that was the
no.
very beginning. I think we're still at the before we met the 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. This is from Kika's family with $125. We miss you, Mom. Come home safe. P.S. Bicky took my doll and she won't give it back. P.P.S. I did not. P.P.S.S. I did too. She did too. Not I did too.
Wow.
So you might need
Your
to go
kids
deal
are
with your
rich.
kids.
No, they're not.
Your kids just gave you all their money.
Their life savings. What
one
are
of
you gonna
them
do? Spend it on dinner?
Actually, I could really go for a real meat burger right
Yeah, I
now.
was like,
Next up is Theater Nerd again with $95. Hashtag keep the dream alive. Thank you, Theater Nerd. And Paladin Hulk with $5.69. By the gods, that donation goal was hit fast. So once more, thank you everyone that donated. Thank you as well. That includes you thanked yourself.
it's gone forever. It's fine.
Next is Grinny Weasley with $10. Lovely cast, exciting games, very hilarious streams, interesting stories, always fun to be around, truly wonderful in every way. Happy, happy, joy, joy, an amazing time had by all, never a dull moment. All that spells Leviathan.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
I
See what you did.
I
That
get
was
it.
that was very clever.
Yeah.
Essentially.
What are there's
It's
a
one of those
word
acrostic.
for-
It's an acrostic.
Yeah.
It's an acrostic. Well played.
It's my favorite type of
Can we
guitar.
like have that framed?
Next
Yeah,
is
acrostic guitar.
Gosh Dang It Paladin with $9.31. I can't stand until even numbers. Paladin Hulk with $25.69. Fixed for PH. Salixon with $4.31. Must have even numbers.
Did they all play at the same time?
It was
All
several.
monsters. They're
No,
all
there were
monsters.
about 10 minutes in between them. And then Troll Flayer with $25. Thank you, Troll Flayer. So many thanks to the cast and crew for the excellent entertainment. Spent the last 5 days catching up with Leviathan, as I just discovered you guys last week. Lots of love. to you.
Adore.
I remember you coming in. Aren't you in Europe? Shouldn't you be asleep right now?
Duh.
Sleep is. But thank you. Sleep is for the weak.
Thank you.
And
Not
not
the-
AIs.
Yes.
And Greeny Weasley with $5. Dear Thea, today is my Shadowrun game. I tried to throw a rifle at an orc because I, like you, am not skilled at shooting people. I just wanted you to know that. I am
Jessica.
so good for you, Grin.
Good job. I'm so proud. I could not be prouder right now.
Suboptimal gameplay hype.
It's like a burn and a blessing.
I don't know what to do with this.
Grinny, I'm proud
On that
of you.
note,
Keep it up.
We are going to take a quick break and we shall return shortly to see how they survive.
I'm gonna fill my water.
You mean if we survive.
How they survive.
Okay, good.
I mean,
Goodbye, everybody.
we're gonna take a
We'll be
break, go get a drink of water.
Lay on the floor. Talk about anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to GeekSpaceTV. I hope you had a refreshing break. Some of us got excited because there was snow outside.
I don't see it. I'm keeping the secret.
Yeah, we're gonna
many
see it
of us,
later.
I have also not seen it.
I'm the
but-
only one who's seen it. You're relying on my word.
Did you lie?
It was
Would I lie?
snowing when I got here.
That's
Yeah,
true.
there
There
were
was-
like little like it
there
was
was
like
no
No,
Three
it's
weeks
full
here.
snow now. It's actually like you can visible snow, not like little microscopic specks.
Yeah, it was
Oh
very
my God.
like flurry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I want to like walk outside with you.
Yeah,
Okay, it's
yeah,
not
jump
happening right
around.
now.
Okay, exactly.
You're
exactly.
staying in these seats for another hour and a half, all right?
Oh, teacher.
But then we're gonna jump around in the snow.
Yeah.
And maybe make snow angels.
Then you can do
and maybe
whatever you
throw
want.
I don't know if we
snowballs.
should make
There's
snow
a
angels
park
in the
down the
city.
street.
Ooh, I don't trust that. I don't trust that there's no dog poop in that park.
I mean, there's probably
Fair.
not dog poop in the baseball field.
there might be some human
All
stuff
right,
though.
so, oh boy, welcome back. I derailed us. That was my bad. I'm sorry.
You mentioned the
You're
word
watching
snow.
GeekSpaceTV. We are a nonprofit streaming studio in the Seattle area, and we are very excited to have you here. We're going to continue on with the second half of Leviathan Distant Stars. As a quick reminder, if you would like to support us, there are many ways that you could do so. Talking about the stream, sharing the stream, tweeting about it is all wonderful ways of doing it. If you are able to do so, we do gladly accept your financial donations, as we rely on those to pay our rent and pay our people. And along that line, we will be doing an emergency fundraiser to get pay the rest of our rent this month on Saturday. So join us for that. For you, it's going to be a fundraiser. For us, it's going to be a fundraiser. Yes, I made Anna facepalm. Said it earlier today in her chat, and she did it to me then too.
I adore puns.
It's not the pun that's a problem. It's that it's such a cheesy, terrible.
That's the best
Okay,
pun.
what if we raise money to make better puns, like a pun raiser?
A pun raiser?
How about that?
See,
yes.
I think it's gonna be fun for me.
How
so
about-
I can be a
Yeah, I'm all
fundraiser.
How
on
about-
board for a pun raiser.
How
Okay.
about
No.
instead we
You're not
do
fed
a
up
gun raiser and I shoot the AI? Let's do it.
I like your segue there. So in the second half of the first half, our crew successfully extracted the gun portion of the ship weapon that they were going after. Kika had to worm her way through the interior of the ship after getting trapped under a large piece of hull plating that had jettisoned from the portion of the ship that they are now exploring. The only portion of this quite large cruiser-sized spaceship that has any power. After not having to use the fire extinguishers to propel themselves off of a crevasse in space,
We're good. Because we're badass.
they did manage to successfully land as a group at a corridor. They interfaced with the powered portion of the computer and discovered that the most logical explanation is that there is some amount or some state of AI, artificial intelligence, still aboard this spaceship. Meaning this artificial intelligence has reacted in a unspecific manner. They haven't really gotten a lot out of it beyond it has now opened two doors for them, let them into a corridor with flickering lights. Thea did not find anything to steal. You are
think we're
now
fine.
walking your way through a corridor, the lights flickering, the echoey sound in the thin atmosphere of this corridor of your feet. A small amount of power, as well as your magnetic boots holding you to the floor.
Do we know where this thing we need is? Because whether or not we encounter this AI in its, I don't know, in the flesh as a metaphor, we really need to get that part.
So I can. The reason why I know where it is I can feel the electricity going to the specific box, and I will be able to take that out carefully without destroying what's left of the power source here. I can try to describe it for you.
No, just we need to get there, get the thing, get out.
It's like a long thin tube.
That's most of ship material.
You don't,
Yeah.
you don't need to interpretive dance. We just need to get there and get the part.
Yeah. So,
Thea wants to like try the nearest door while they're like talking.
I think it might be wise that
Trying
we
to open it or hack it?
Just open it, see if it
It's
opens.
locked.
Can we have a whisper party?
Meep meep.
No, for everybody. Like she says that out loud. Like, okay, we need to decide right now. Ashley,
Yes.
a whisper.
Yes.
No, whisper.
Yes.
Okay. I think we're gonna make you on call for this one. I think you're gonna know whether this AI needs to be dealt with or dealt with.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm under the assumption that she probably can access any kind of visual surveillance, so the hand motions.
Sorry. Dealt with? We're dealt with.
They might be able to help.
Because I can deal with an AI, but I am small and throwable.
Cradling
Yeah.
of AI. Okay.
I am small and throwable, so I need the okay. Okay, Ashley?
Okay.
Meep. I'm so sorry. You are acting captain until we deal with the AI.
Meep. What?
I can already tell what's happening. She's communicating with you.
I am.
Until we deal with the AI. Meep.
So
The.
we're not going to get the part then.
The AI may be able to offer assistance, and I believe we should all be co-captains.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay.
I don't give a crap what you call me. I just want to get this last part and get back to Daronga.
There's a lot at stake
What
for
is
you.
that face? What?
There's a lot at stake for you.
I just want to live.
So do we.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm here. But like going to investigate, I don't know, cargo bays or rogue AIs is generally it lowers the percentage chance that you survive. Just like as a general rule.
Correct.
Thea walks over and tries another door.
It's also locked.
I'd like to try to communicate with the AI
How?
using the thing that lets me do that.
The native hacking or just the verbal comms? Like,
Native hacking to hopefully do something a little more in depth to figure out.
give me a
more what's
program
going on.
intelligence.
This place creeps me out.
I think it'd be creepier if I could see the flashing colors. Tell me more. Tell me more. How low was your roll?
It's 1 + 1 is 2, and then another 1.
3.
3.
The
That's not
lowest you could
bad.
possibly roll. I think those belong in the cage.
That's literally it.
Yeah, those definitely belong in
those
the
belong
cage.
in the
No,
cage.
they're not. They're,
Yeah.
they're borrowers. They're staying with me. They're friends.
This is why.
This is
Why you
why
can't have nice things.
this is Team Power Bottom.
You
You
almost died last episode.
I know.
okay?
What does it sound like?
You reach out through sort of the native hacking. You have to go over to a panel because
Absolutely.
you do not have the wireless access that Thea has, and you sort of wire your way in, or find an interface to try and communicate with it if you're not using the comms. And on the screen, you sort of what looks like at first when you, what are you looking for in particular?
Anything about the type of AI it is, so I can maybe Google it or whatever. Do the
Spoogle.
The query data.
The query data, so I can figure out it may be possible troubleshooting things. I'm sure there's a frequently asked
You're just
questions
looking
page.
for some like
FAQs.
basics,
Yeah, maybe need to
basic stats
restart
on
it.
it. You go to the sort of terminal, and all that happens is as you're sort of interfacing with it, the screen goes blue, and in white text across the screen, it just flashes the word "access denied." Intruder.
Okay then. Second hand motion?
We should just. Where's the thing? Where's the part?
I can go start looking for it if you guys can distract the AI.
Someone should go with you.
Gun.
Gun?
Thea. Thea's sneaky enough to keep up with me and knows how to deal with when I need to go into a hole.
The way Thea uses a rifle is to throw it.
Yeah, I'm not. If we're at a point where we need to throw a rifle, we're already gonna be dead.
So,
We can non-verbally communicate. You guys deal with the AI.
My skills have nothing to do with computers. I will be less than useless trying to deal with one. Unless she's able to communicate, which our prior communications made
You are.
She's
very
damaged.
muddy.
You are good at communications.
I'm not good at fixing things. I'm not good at computers.
if I may ask my co-captains, I think Thea would be excellent to help me communicate with the AI. But ultimately, I defer to you both.
Meep. Isn't it better if you have someone with a gun?
Meet. Keep in contact then. Be
You know
safe.
I will. Hey, you too. Don't get pinned under more shrapnel or something. Not that I care.
Nah.
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 And like, there's a point where like Thea like lightly like starts patting you like nah.
So, what is the plan?
We are gonna go look directly for the box. Correct?
Yeah.
Lucas?
And we're gonna go
See as much
figure
as
out
we can,
comms.
learn as much as we can about the AI.
Yeah, and hopefully either shut it down or get it to help us.
Correct.
So the two of you, either one who wants to, you probably have some basic knowledge of ships, and you actually probably would too, given the
I've
sort
been
of
on them.
exposure that you have. So I would say in this case, no, and either wisdom or intelligence.
Okay.
Higher of the two.
With more intelligence?
Wisdom
With-
or
with
intelligence.
no?
No.
Oh, I
For
have no.
what your knowledge of
I get a 4.
ships like this.
I
Okay.
have 11. Wait, 12.
12. With your 4, it is a big ship.
It's a big ship.
You have not been on a ship like this before.
Right, I'm on small ships.
You would recognize the parts of a ship like this if you saw them, but you do not know where they would be on the ship.
Usually they're already dismantled by the time I see them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's like, you know, a surgeon versus a butcher.
Yeah.
Wait, which one are you?
The but
I mean, I guess the
no.
butcher takes it apart too.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like you see them.
Oh, you're a deli man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or deli woman. I don't, the deli,
Deli
person.
person.
You're the deli person, and I'm the butcher surgeon.
You're the
You're
butcher.
butcher surgeon.
Definitely
I mean,
butcher.
you're a surgeon because you fix.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might be fixing them.
I'm the
But I don't
backdoor doctor.
No.
You're
No.
the back alley medic.
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go.
Okay. I would say stay safe, but you know, then you
That would be the polite
probably
thing to
just
say.
deliberately get into
As we
trouble.
go-
So
We're getting to a different part of the internet. I
Stay
think,
safe.
Don't make a decision that Sienna would get angry at us about.
Meep. I don't know what Ziana's thinking.
Liar. You have a pretty good idea of where you're going to go.
Yeah.
As you walk up to the next door, it does not open.
Wait, who's me?
The group that is heading it further into the ship.
that's us.
Okay.
Knock knock.
Hello.
Could you get the door?
Assistance?
Yes.
Broken.
This door's broken.
Assistance broken.
Not for now. Not for long. Permission to fix the door.
Crew?
Yeah.
We are crew.
Totally.
Yes.
Crew gone.
No,
New
Gone.
crew. New crew.
New crew.
Broken.
We'll fix it.
Assistance.
Yes.
Just do it.
This is a good set. Fix the door.
Fix.
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna roll to fix it. 11.
Okay. You sort of, and it goes, and you manage to get like one side to like half slide open. Squeeze your way through.
Can we both do it? Okay. See, this is fine. This is it. Yeah.
Yep. Broken AI, squeezing through doors. Totally fine.
This is the scariest thing you've ever done. You're from Duranga. You guys eat danger for breakfast and dessert.
Usually I have Soylent for breakfast, but
And dessert. I'm just.
hashtag nerps.
So you continue walking down the corridor. Eventually, you'll kind of get to like a hatch that you need to go down to get further into sort of the back section of the ship, where the energy, the power sectors would be. Mm-hmm. You continue your way through. We will come back to you in a moment.
Okay.
What is Team AI doing?
Well, since
As you see them walk and like shove their way through a partially open door.
since straight up interfacing didn't work, might as well try talking.
Agreed.
AI.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
AI. Do you have a name?
Name?
Your crew is gone. Something happened.
Broken. Crew gone.
Ship broken.
Crew gone.
Crew gone.
AI. Can you temporarily lend control to Captain?
Control. Control broken.
AI, can you support interface connection?
Connection. Connection fix.
Location of fix?
There's a moment, and in the opposite direction, I guess that would be down the hall. One of the doors off of the side of the hallway, where there's like a split, kind of corridor split, a wider door opens up and a light flickers.
Thea heads that way and she's like, you coming friendly?
Correct. I go a little bit ahead, just a little bit ahead of you, but not enough that I can tell will bother you. I'm learning.
Just like an
Yeah.
appropriate amount of a head.
Yeah, enough that I can move in front in case.
Oh, that's very kind. Thea doesn't feel intimidated by it, but she also doesn't really, like, she notices it and she's like, oh, huh, okay. So they, I guess they head toward flashing light and open door.
Usually a good sign.
Usually a good sign.
Before they go in, though, Thea would, like, pause and pull out her knife and then, like, peek around the corner first, just to make sure that there's nothing in the hallway or the room or anything like that.
Give me notice and
AI is
wisdom.
broken. 8.
The lights continue kind of flickering, almost like there's a directionality to them, like they're kind of streaming along the ceiling ahead of you down this corridor, and then there's
So glorious.
another door section that you see slides open. There's nothing in the hallway.
Ashley enters the room first.
Here's the continued sound of silence and your boots on the ground. The slight crackle of electricity as the lights buzz on and off in a line.
Are there any doors marked crew quarters along this hallway? I don't know why anyone is surprised by this question at this point.
No.
Okay.
Not surprised, just constantly I guess we're surprised at our own disappointment. I think at this point.
I think I am. Our other group, as you go down and sort of drop down into a lower section and continue along this hallway, there's another door. This one doesn't slide open, but if you try and pull it, it'll open on its own. And there's continued thin atmosphere. Go ahead and roll me notice and wisdom.
So you were meta broken AI before?
Why can't I reroll anything? This one is going in the cage.
Okay. The cage!
The cage.
I got a 3.
I got 10. Is it Is a broken AI like a broken person?
Nah, it's more like a cross between a broken person and a broken computer.
There wasn't a lot of.
There are connections that you can fix, like neural pathways in a brain, but because it's an AI, it's more documented as to like how to put them back together again. Humanoids and humanoid species are harder, different depending on the person. AI are built, so there's blueprints.
I'm just like Kika's continuing to walk, but like at a very like slower pace. I'm like, why does this feel so much worse than if a person was broken then?
Because this
If it happens more.
because this being that's broken is in control of a large ship that has lots of guns on it, probably.
As Rachel says that, Kika sort of steps into the next section, just behind. You're kind of have your eye on the back,
yeah,
so you don't see as
Kika's
Kika's going
walking
in front,
front.
taking point, and you scan the corridor, and you see a little light. Like the lights are really dim. It's almost in this section. You're in that kind of very. I guess you wouldn't know. You can sense a little bit of lightness.
I can see light.
You can sense,
Yeah.
sense light and dark. You can tell that the light in here is dim. But you were able to register that there is a point in the dimness that is clearly flashing in the corner.
Up there. Do you see it?
Yep.
Once it's pointed out to you, you can see, and you see another one. They are turrets.
Aforementioned guns.
Ooh. Can you see any control panels, like any places where I can get my, not my teeth, get my claws in?
Can I?
You would notice like there's connections kind of like around each of the turrets, but you suspect that the wiring for those are part of like an automated security system.
Okay.
So you could do them kind of individually if you can get around them.
Great.
Be sneaky enough.
Knock knock.
Hello?
Danger ahead. Fix.
Crew gone.
New crew. Doesn't want to die.
Access broken.
Access repair?
Fix.
Yes. Turrets off.
Access broken.
She can't turn them off.
Oh.
Is there any part of the ceiling in the corridor that we're in now that looks damaged or accessible for Kika to go up through it and access the turrets from above them where they can't like shoot her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a little bit of work, but you could do some prying and Kika could crawl in. She might not be able to get to all of them, or she would need some help.
Right.
Lift.
Okay, yeah. I lift you up to the thing, and I'm like, while I'm lifting you, I'm like, I won't be able to go with you, so don't do anything like put your body in the hallway where it will shoot you, okay?
Okay.
Stay in the ceiling.
You are now in another tiny space. It feels familiar
It's
to
so
you.
much nicer. It's
There's so
much-
many wires.
Like, I'm
They
just
might
like-
all be red.
Yeah, as long as the ceiling isn't gonna fall out from under me, this is gonna be great. And like he is like moving along and like scurrying and like following, like wires that are used in this portion get hot when they're used too much and constantly. Correct? So I'm gonna follow the hot wires.
It's like it's approximate knowledge, and it's so close that I'm not 100% sure if it's wrong. Because like electricity generates heat, but I think wires should be insulated enough that you wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to tell which
But the
ones are
ship's
hot.
damaged.
But the ship's damaged,
Yeah.
so maybe.
I use
I'm gonna say maybe. I would like to say maybe.
I
Hold on.
like all my
Yes.
science is that seems right, and then I get into anatomy
for
and
the
I'm
most
like,
part.
Well, it's fictional space.
yeah.
So we can say that these damaged wires.
Will generate a small amount of heat.
So I'm just following it to where the turrets are going to be.
Okay. So you get to what you think is the first one, enough, and you can kind of fiddle around with them. Give me intelligence and fix to take this
And
one
I
apart.
like yell from down the hallway. Maybe you can just reconnect the AI computer systems so that she can turn it off, or I don't know. Like yelling into the gap in the ceiling.
And she's like, well, I'm not so good at programming, but I do know when I can see a faulty wire, and like pops open the back of it. And honestly, I don't want to deal with it. And just like rips out like 10 cords. I roll 13.
The roll of 13, there's a moment, and as you rip out the first 3, and it just like, it fires in the opposite direction. You see like a blast, and you're like, just through like the crack in the doorway, and then rips out the other half, and it just goes, and the light turns off.
Okay.
How many more blinkies are there?
How many more blinkies are there?
There are 3.
There's 3.
That's more than 2.
There were
That
2
is.
that you couldn't see as you were entering the hallway.
Oh.
Got you behind the door.
I'm gonna
It's where you put your Symmetra turrets.
I'm gonna do some more snoodling through. I'm
I
following
like
the wires.
snoodling.
A little bit of crawling. I'm a little bit more careful now because I'm assuming if the AI is gonna deem me dangerous, it's gonna be a problem.
Give me a notice and wisdom. Try and find the other ones.
Is this a new scene?
When did you last use your reroll?
When I was trying to fix the turrets, I think.
The big one that you got smushed under?
Yeah, then this is definitely a new scene.
Much better. 11.
There's a moment you hear scuttle, 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 and then just stop.
What the
And
fuck?
you realize it's like over you and she's like come out the wrong way. And you sort of
Kika, the other way.
Oh.
scuttle, 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 and you get back to the other one. Go ahead and roll to dismantle this one.
The whole time I'm just like, I can't do anything, like waving my gun around, like hoping that like the turrets don't try and start firing through the half door. Like.
8.
This one's a little harder. You sort of, it seems like it's a different model, and you sort of start pulling at some of the wires.
Oh, does not like that. It, like when I start pulling, it goes, and it's like you could hear like the rotors are churning and it's trying to turn because it has. I don't like that one.
And it's
That
just
one.
sort of spinning, and like you think you turned it off enough, but you might need to run past it.
Beep beep. How fast are you? You look fast.
Guns are always faster.
Okay, can you shoot this one out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can try.
It's mostly fine.
How
Don't miss.
how about you try and make sure that while I'm shooting this one, the other 2 don't shoot at me
Oh.
first.
Smart idea.
You're close enough to the other one, you can get to it without another roll. So go ahead and do the fixed one, and then roll to hit it. So it's your d20 plus your shoot skill, or your attack and your attack modifier, and all those. It's very easy to hit.
11 is my next fix.
Okay, attack bonus and shoot skill.
This is what Kika's made to do.
Oh
She just
my
keeps fixing.
gosh.
And Kika's singing as she like scuttles. She's like, I am really screw engineers who are in the science school because I can do more than them. And I'm like,
Do you want
yanks
to put it in the
tubers.
cage?
I don't know what you rolled. I have
Fun to
no
play
idea.
with. I rolled a one.
Good one.
I rolled
Your
a
shot
one.
goes wide,
one.
and the shot hits Kika.
Like Kika's like, and I'm the best. And then like,
As she's scuttling along to the next one to get it, you just get like zing through the ceiling, and it skates past you, and you take 2 points of damage.
Oh, we need to kill you.
I'm sorry. Oh god.
like you get a flash of like damage that like she just lets out. She's like, it's fine.
Mimi, are you okay?
Turrets.
No, I'm
turrets.
coming your way.
No.
Yeah.
It's little bullet.
Not
Little
a
bullet.
bullet, it's a laser.
It's a laser.
Sorry,
It's warm.
little laser.
Little laser.
Little laser.
And this is
Little
like
laser?
right in the song of like the best at what I do.
I think it's like when a jump scare happens where you let a mental beep go.
Yeah.
Fine. Next one, you could come get me.
You can try and hit it again.
Okay.
You have successfully dismantled the third turret.
Yeah.
This is your chance.
Don't fuck this up.
19
Yes.
plus,
Bam.
plus 4 plus
You steady your gun, and it is destroyed and thoroughly As you blast the
Redeemed
turret.
yourself. Good job.
That's a wide swing. Swingy dice.
Oh.
I mean, that's how you know it's good.
Yeah. It's random.
Beep beep. Do the turrets fire lasers?
And I look at the one that I just shot. Does it look like it has a magazine or?
No, they look like they fire lasers.
Then what just hit me?
Yep, Kika wouldn't know that it was you.
That wasn't the turret. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm just jumpy, okay? I have gauze. I'm sorry.
That's cool. It's cool. It's just burning smell of fur.
Fills up your suit.
Yeah, it's just not a good smell.
I feel really bad, but I'm not gonna use my biopsionics for 2 points of damage.
No, it's fine. It's just.
When you committed, I think you committed for the day, and so you can use it without recommitting effort.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll totally roll it again. It's 2.
I think that one's for the day, for the remote repair. Yeah.
Okay, I can look later. But we're rolling on it. I get 9.
You are healed.
You're healed.
Oh.
And it's very much like just like you said you were burning, and I'm just like, oh, I feel so bad. And then like there's this like feeling of coolness, and then it doesn't feel like anything at all.
Still smells like the.
Oh, sure, but I'm like.
Definitely
oh,
still smells like fur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I thought you were supposed to be protected.
Yeah, a turret got me.
Beep beep. You literally have one job right now.
Yeah, well, I'm one person, and there's a lot of danger. I'm doing my best, okay? And then I just turn it off.
Disconnected.
You have to go help her.
Fix. Broken.
Ashley is a little more indecisive, not smiling currently, worried about the AI situation.
It's for the scene.
Okay.
What happened?
Some of that.
Last
Yeah.
one
There's
was the last scene, so it's fine.
Kika got hurt. She's saying it's not a big deal, but she got hit by a laser.
I trust Rachel, but if you wish, we can go.
No. I'm not gonna be able to help.
I can't let you stay here alone. I trust you, but
Are you kidding me right now?
we are
Me-
co-captains.
Meep. You get hit one more time, and I'm coming over there. Not because I care, but because,
I'm the one who can fix things.
yeah, exactly. It has nothing to do. It's just because you can fix things, okay? We can't have, okay.
Beep beep. Rachel,
Yes?
is everything okay over there? I heard Kika was injured.
She was singed. We're fine. It was an accident.
Understood. Take care of her
Yep.
and yourself.
I'm just like, now Kika's like talking off the thing, like, I've never felt so loved in my life. Just like going through being like, this is great. It's better than a Mother's Day card. Like,
disable the the last turret, and then you're sort of like in the ceiling.
yeah.
Is that all of them? Are the blinking lights gone?
Yep.
I'll hop down. I'll just like go.
I like
You see like
Right
a and then a tiny bat fall through.
So I'm assuming, yeah, okay. And then I
Nothing shoots at her.
I cautiously like walk into the hallway and I look behind. And I'm just like,
And this is just verbally. I'm gonna be fine.
okay. Yep. Let's just continue.
You continue down the stretch of hallway that had the turrets in it. You sort of see bits of wire hanging from the ceiling, and head through another set of doors. The lights here are almost completely out. They're very dim.
I like put my hand on Kika's like suit shoulder because like you
I
don't
can.
use eyes
That's
to
fair.
see.
I can see. And she'll eventually like. There's not gonna be any potholes, but she'll like turn and then you can follow.
You have a much longer range of vision in essence than you would have.
Like footsteps are enough.
So we'll pause on this group and head back to the other group, sort of waiting close to where they arrived. You head down a corridor. Do you go through the second door that was opened?
Yeah, but same way. Peek around the corner first, knife out.
In the room, you see sort of very dim terminals. It looks like kind of a bank or some sort of, maybe some sort of control room or maybe like a security room or something like that. It's not like the bridge, but it's clearly a spaceware interaction.
Would I be able to recognize it as a place where I can actually interface with the AI? Okay.
This is going to be an easier a place to interact.
Ashley walks over to the nearest console that looks like it's interactable. AI, I'm going to interface with you. Is that all right?
Assistance. All right.
Ashley opens up one of the panels and connects whatever needs to be connected. Yep.
Sort of, your finger caps
let it-
come
yeah,
off
just-
and
just-
like pop out, sticking
Yeah.
with like
That's
the
what I'm literally what I was
USB
imagining.
finger
Into a
cap.
socket.
Yeah.
Yeah, just USB port.
You can actually put your fingers in stocks.
Yes, I can.
That would be really handy to have USB ports in my fingers.
I have 3.
One's the 32 gig ones.
Yes.
One's directly a terabyte
Yeah.
into.
The
and then
thumb
one's
drive's the
an
biggest
SSD.
one.
Yeah, the thumb drive.
The,
yeah.
the thumb drive.
The
Yeah.
thumb drive. Stick your thumb drive in.
Okay.
What are you attempting to do?
Access any information, diagnostics on the AI to see if the damage has come from the crash or if something is actually fundamentally wrong with the AI that could cause harm to any of the co-captains.
You're asking a question of the system. Roll me a program and intelligence.
Nine.
There's sort of a sluggishness as you're trying to get through the system, and you kind of like wade through. First, you have to get like past the terminal and everything that's sort of on the local program to get further into the ship that has the AI, and you get a picture of it, and it's almost it is very clearly cracked and broken. Your best guess would be something has like directly damaged the actual like AI core. So you would know, being an AI, that you essentially have like your core, which is your brain, and that is really hard to damage. And as long as that survives, even if you're not in a physical shell of some kind, you are alive. So you just sort of exist like in a dreamlike state, in essence, until you are placed in any sort of core. Your guess is that is damaged.
The core is damaged?
And that is a very bad sign because that is essentially the essence of your soul.
that would-
for lack of a better,
yeah.
brain soul.
That would be the equivalent of significant brain damage.
Okay.
And you see that, and there's sort of, that's all you're really able to access. It really, from your reading of it, it just seems like an incredibly fragmented system. Like it's sort of drifting and unconnected, almost as if like you had separate chunks of a human brain that were not able to interface with each other. And like a whole section was just missing.
The core is badly damaged, possibly irreparable. Morally, I'm not sure what to do. Is there any way I could access or at least download any part of the consciousness that's not completely damaged?
Sometimes they can repair themselves. Typically, that's what you would expect. Like, this is probably to you slightly unnerving because most of
Yes.
the time, a core that is damaged will over time repair itself, but you don't know if that'll happen in this case. Give me a know and intelligence. Actually, you can give me pilot and intelligence for this.
Pilot.
8.
Something about dropping out of thread space, especially if the ship was piloted by the AI, may have caused the damage. which means you're dealing with extra subspace damage to a core.
Which is
Has never happened before.
really.
There is no documented information about it.
So essentially, what happened while they were threading through it was sucked through, destroyed. Something to do with the AI was actually. Well, oh my God.
So whatever happened to the AI, there's no known information about it. It's not something that's like, oh, this is a problem we know how to fix.
Okay. It appears that when it was sucked into the graveyard, the AI core was damaged in a way that I can't find any records on.
Is there any way we can pull any information off of it about what they were hauling?
It's not a freighter.
Well,
What
but
kind-
what sort of like?
What sort of vessel?
Payload
What sort of
is-
vessel was this?
Is fighters.
Yeah.
As you are in the
That's right,
system, you
it's
get.
the-
Ooh,
It's like a
sorry, I
battleship.
need to
It's
tap
a
it.
Battleship.
Yeah, the
I'm
payload
gonna
is
push this
other
over.
ships.
No!
Down like that, Lauren.
Huh?
Don't talk when you're down like that.
Sorry, I need a chapstick. My lips are dry.
Okay. Player Sarah forgot that this is a battleship. Hang on a sec. Thea would phrase that differently. She would say, is there anything that we can pull from their records in terms of general information about where they've been or connections?
The system appears to be badly
the
damaged.
value they have on this ship? Is that what the question you want to ask?
Well, so it's a battleship, but yeah, ultimately.
Has cool
Like,
fighter ships.
Would it have any information about routes or anything that she could glean and use for later, or locations of useful stuff on the ship?
Okay.
Small useful.
She phrases
sellable
some
stuff.
sort of question to ask.
Yeah, essentially, she looks at her. Is there any way to pull any information off of the core or off of the memory banks?
The AI core would be separate from the data stored on the ship. Some of it would be tied together, but the AI core is not the thing that's necessarily storing the ship's logs.
Is there any way I could pull the pieces of the core that are like some sort of puzzle it together in any way?
It exists in a physical location,
Okay, so can
much
I-
like yours exists in a physical location.
and
So
it's
you
not
can
in
find
it is not in this room, correct?
It is not in this room.
I would like to access information on the core, the location of it, at least the layout of overall layout of the ship.
So you were able to find a schematic from the previous, prior to the destruction of the ship. And it's a pretty nice ship. You're like, oh yeah, dang. This is well above your ship.
Screenshotting it in my head. The original
Yeah, you're
design.
gonna incorporate those designs
Yes.
into it.
Already mentally doing in
Yep.
the AI paint.
Yeah, in AI paint. And so you get a sort of pretty big picture of it, and you are clearly in this section with power. The reason why you think this section is still powered is because the AI core is likely near engineering. And thus the AI has maintained a connection to the power and has been able to maintain connection to this body. If it was somewhere else, it wouldn't be able to utilize it or stay active because it wouldn't have power.
Can I send a non-verbal message to the AI telling it that I will help it if I can?
Yeah.
I do that. I'd pull up. Can I send the schematic over to Thea in some way?
Yeah.
Okay. I toss this. I literally just throw this schematic mentally at you with my robot powers.
And
That's what they call them.
Yes.
You get a non-verbal response as letters type themselves on the screen. Thank you.
We should head to the AI core. We might be able to pull information and possibly help.
you had me at pull information.
We follow the clearest cut path to the core.
Okay. Well, I mean, you want the most direct
The
path,
most-
or do you want an actual path? The most direct one is straight down and just through the floor.
Let's go the non having to blast a hole in the already holy ship. route.
So with that, you could also potentially transmit the information
I would
to
like-
the
yes,
rest of the
correct.
group. So you will receive a schematic.
I also sent it to Oksana.
You get no response from that.
I didn't expect it, but I thought she should be informed.
Oh, this is wait. You give schematics down to the core, or
The
like
ship,
the entire
ship.
ship?
Everything,
Oh.
everything that I know
Yeah.
about the ship.
Oh,
as
this
is.
makes things too easy. You've broken the riddle. And Thea fusses, but
I've also
Kika,
marked
you mean?
points of red wires for Kika and Kika.
I was just like, it's this door. Like, she's in front of it, be like,
You see on the door like a sign that says engineering.
Yeah, oh, right. It says that on the door.
oh, well, we're
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Do we knock again?
I mean,
The lights here are pretty dark.
I feel like engineering isn't. It's like a people's job to take care of the AI. I think we're good.
Just for politeness.
Yeah, let's for politeness.
Knock, knock.
Hello?
Help with the door?
All right.
Thank you. Does it open?
There's a moment, and there's like, and the door very slowly grinds. It's only able to open just a portion of the way through.
Okay.
Broken.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fix.
All right.
Okay. I guess. And like she like slings her gun over her back and like takes some of the door. Do you wanna?
I mean, what I can do is try to like clear it out with
Like
my screwdrivers to
lever?
make it easier
Use
to.
a lever?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will use fix and you will use strength.
Yeah.
I like it when I get to use fix. 14. This is
4.
Nice. So you kind of hold the door open and push, and she's like cleaning, like scraping with sonic brush on there, and the door continues to scrape and scrape, and eventually opens wide enough with the area fixed. Thank you. I'm not good at this.
What's your name? AI?
Hello.
What's your schematic number?
Number.
Is it on the blueprints?
It
we
might
got?
be. Ooh.
You get the name of the ship?
So yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna call you and then like the ship's name. How about that?
I'm a nameless.
Oh,
So
yeah.
wait.
I'm like, that's a name from an actual TV show, people who put it on this list. Thank you. Morva.
I'm gonna call you Morva, if that's okay.
Morva.
Morva.
Yeah, it's a ship's name. Anyway, and I like pull my gun back over my shoulder and do the whole like X-Files police officer, like go in the door, check out all the angles,
Thank you.
whatever people with guns do.
He definitely do this. People with guns definitely do karate, I think.
Doo-doo.
Like, Kika lets this happen. Be like,
Doo-doo.
I was worried about you, Lucas. This is fine. And Kika like scurries forward and like goes directly face first into this big computer terminal and
Yep.
like
And you just see little feet kicking up.
Yep. Guns.
Do you do a combat roll?
Barrel roll.
and then I'm looking for the power source, but like
For the gun.
for the
Power
big gun.
converter.
But I
For the
feel
gun.
like if we get the AI core, that will be we need a command mod unit, and if we get the command unit and repair it, we have a gunner for our giant ship.
Remember, the ship is going into a thing that already has a consciousness.
Yeah, but then the gun could just have a consciousness.
That's a great idea. Let's put a
Let's
conscious
not
gun
do
on a
that.
conscious ship.
Let's not do that.
You want to take into a fight?
There's nothing that will go wrong with that.
Kika's just like, this is fine.
Give every machine a consciousness.
All of them can be alive. I can play every NPC.
It's like the Flintstones. Like the washing machine has a consciousness, and every single AI will be like,
that 'cause they're
it's
all
a living.
Because they were
Dinosaur?
animals. Like, they were
Yeah.
beasts.
AI. Oh.
The Flintstones?
What were you gonna say? Excuse me?
I know.
The
What were you gonna say?
The Jetsons? Do you mean the Jetsons?
No, I don't mean to do this.
Anyway, yeah, so Kika's doing Kika thing, and I'm just like looking out for danger.
Danger, danger. All right. You can give me wisdom and perception, or wisdom and notice, and you can give me your fix and intelligence. That's what you're built for.
So I got 3 6s, but I only can take the top 2.
Oh no,
So
you
which
only
one's
take 14.
14.
8.
8. It's eerie, but it appears to be empty. Like you're lucky. Like Kika is not at a penalty because it is dark, but you kind of have to keep sort of scanning and searching. You
Right,
don't see any
flashlights
blinking
go
lights. You don't hear any footsteps approaching. The plus side of it being empty. At some point, you probably would see a dead body. And you're able to successfully find it and extract this fairly large.
It's a long tube.
Like it's a long tube, but let's be clear, it's like this big around.
Oh, it's a big tube.
Yeah, it's a converter. Like it's
Oh.
it's like a full size.
Big,
you
thick
gotta-
tube.
No wonder I was confused. I
It's
saw
like a barrel.
I saw the there was a just
You saw
someone
a picture of
described
it, but you didn't see a banana for scale.
And the computer was like,
Banana
it is
for
a
scale?
tube.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
All right. Well,
I just out of another part of the mechanics just rolled out like a log.
I mean, I'm not weak, but I can't carry that by myself.
Assistance?
Yes.
The gravity goes away.
That works. Thanks. What is
you.
Morva?
Morva.
Thanks, Morva.
Thanks, Morva.
All right. Said the word yes. She doesn't have it yet.
Beep beep. How are you guys doing?
We're on our way to the core right now. How about you?
That's your engineering, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you look at the schematics. You guys would potentially be able to meet up before you get there.
We can meet you there. Morva might turn off the gravity on our way. We got a big piece of equipment.
Morva.
Yeah, the AI, we're just calling her by the ship's name.
Morva. Okay.
Are you part of Echo? Ashley?
Echo.
Echo.
No.
Do you know where they are?
Theoretically.
I feel like we should take Morva to Echo.
I do feel like leaving her here would be morally wrong.
I mean, I know I'd go crazy alone in the dark with corpses for company.
Yeah.
She's damaged. She needs repair.
Echo's gonna be the only place who can deal with it. Right? There's other AIs there?
From what I understand. I don't know. I haven't encountered many AI.
I mean,
You would have. Most people have heard of Echo in some capacity. It is a built up and hollowed out moon, in essence, around a gas giant that has been developed into sort of a miniature planet sized civilization of AIs.
no.
With the
And-
permission of the co-captains,
Other
I would like
artificial
to gather
intelligences.
her.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you should ask her about that.
We've already spoken.
Okay.
We're going to help.
Well, then we'll meet you there. Beep beep.
Beep, beep.
And we head off to the AI core.
You sort of float your way there, and you guys approach, and then there's just a moment where the gravity disappears as the two of you see them sort of go around, like the door opens and they go through the corridor with no warning.
We're probably
It's just
sitting on
actually
the
the word.
log.
You're just kind of
Assistance.
floating like on a...
We are definitely sitting on the log. We've pushed it once. Or I am. Are you?
No, I'm.
Are you just like, is the log moving? You're just kind of spinning with your legs wrapped around it, so it's just
Yeah.
kind of slowly spinning and rotating in the air?
I
I'm
love
like,
being
I'm
upset.
gently guiding it. This is an expensive piece of machinery. I'm sure we had to go around corners.
We can use our leggies. You got bigger ones. You can just pick off.
Oh my god, is this like a floaty in a swimming pool?
Yeah,
where
that's
you're
literally what
paddling
like a
your
noodle.
legs?
It's just a big noodle. A cool noodle.
I don't even. Oh yeah.
I kind of want it to be a donut instead of a tube. Like it's a big.
That's
donut.
We do. You have an AI core.
Is the AI core going to be donut
The
shaped?
AI cores are small enough to fit in brains, like in android heads. They're not very big.
I can't help you.
It's a donut shape, by the way. That's if you look
What?
at the
But it is
blueprints.
now. Canon.
Yeah, canon.
AI cores.
I'm actually
donut
writing that
shaped.
now.
Yeah. Okay.
It has the most surface area.
So I
to
guess
pull
we
down.
get to like the door. Morva.
Hello?
Knock knock.
Assistance. Yeah. The door slowly opens in front of you. The room inside has a number of blinking lights, and sort of
Are any of them on
cablings.
turrets?
Everybody go ahead and give me notice and wisdom for going through the doorway.
I've ran into blinking lights before.
8.
7.
11?
Nice. See, now you're rolling it.
Yeah.
Now you're rolling it. It's because it went in the cage.
Yeah.
The rest of them are paying attention.
They saw what happened to those who were punished. So you sort of who's leading?
Gun.
What's your marching order? Gun. Combat gun.
Thea would go in last.
Thea's at the back.
Are we hanging out with the?
Thea's.
I would like to go in immediately after
Okay.
Rachel.
So probably kind of shoulder to shoulder. The door's wide enough. So
Thea also
Rachel and Ashley sort of
Charlie's
nervously
Angels into
put
the
Charlie's Angels into the room, barrel roll in. You see in front of you kind of a central sort of a terminal station. There's a number of cables sort of feeding in. Some of them sort of are whirring with some lights on them. A number of them are dark or dim. You see like what looks like a console sort of interface on it, and most of it's sort of dark. There's like kind of scrawling text over the front. As you go in and you sort of spread out, you see what looks to be just a couple of you sort of recognize them as like worker droids, like sort of things that would be set up on a ship that might not have a full-size crew, that would be designed to sort of function, and they appear to be off and non-functioning right now. There's 4 of them in the room. And for the most part, everything else is pretty dim. There's no real lighting. There's some consoles kind of around the side with empty chairs. Dead body slumped over one of them, face planted on the console.
Is it clear where the
Like
AI
suffocated.
core is?
Probably in the middle.
Okay. I go over to access the AI
Large
core.
standing column.
I like get to a point in the room where I can see all of those worker droids at like once, and I'm like very tense, and I'm just
Spine
like,
tingling.
those are off, right?
Huh?
Morva, those droids are off,
Access broken.
Okay.
so she can't.
Until
I'll just keep an eye on them. Don't press any buttons you don't have to press.
I manually interact with the AI core.
Okay. Plug yourself in.
Yeah.
Plug yourself into the core itself.
Correct.
It is not the physical core. It is the
Oh.
containment for the physical core. From what you can tell, the physical core is in there. It is clearly damaged. You don't have a visual on it, but you get the same information that you did before.
Morva,
Hello.
may I take your core to Echo?
Control. Assistance.
Can you turn over control to me?
All right. Control. All right.
Morva's agreed to hand over control to me. So this is just me asking, would I be able to
Taking it?
literally just take it, open it?
Yeah, you need to give me a roll for
Okay.
it.
I would like to take
Fix
it.
an intelligence. You probably want to deactivate yourself from it, and, like
Yes.
undo a bunch of panels and sort of, the sort of cryo
Kika
smoke
can
comes
help?
out.
12.
You're just still
Or
sitting on
Kika
the barrel.
doesn't
There's
have-
no gravity in this
like-
room, actually.
Are you still just rotating?
Like
a little
Kika's
bit?
like, because we've both said.
oh yeah, we're both sitting
sitting
on this.
Just
thing.
dramatically floating.
Kika like looks in and is like, I could do it. This is something I think Ashley has to do. As like Kika slowly.
I have my magnetic boots on the floor because,
Yeah.
like, why would you not?
They're like, why would you not float? What was your roll?
Oh, 12. Or no, 11.
11. You expertly unattach everything. At that moment, every light in the room sort of blinks and goes off. And you're able to extract and hold this sort of donut-shaped. It's about the
Yeah.
size of a donut. It's like a Krispy Kreme, except made of metal.
Is there any compartment on my body that I could possibly insert this?
Sure, you have an empty stomach.
into? Okay.
Like your fender.
I have a stomach plate, except it opens like an oven, like an old oven.
Okay. That actually.
DeLorean.
That's so to avoid copyright issues.
With like the roller top.
Yeah, it like just, and
like a bread box.
then I can put the abs over it.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're decorative abs.
Yeah, the decorative abs. But they're covered up with the shirt anyway, so it's fine.
I mean, but just in case you wanted to full on.
Yes.
Kendall's didn't
Kendall.
have decorative abs.
They
Yes, they
did.
did.
They did.
So where is everybody currently located?
I'm in the corner of the room where I can see all 4 of those
Okay.
robots.
I'm in the core.
You're in the center.
we're
of
We're
the
in
core.
the outside of the hallway.
You're in the hallway.
We are on
Tensely floating
top
in space.
of this thing that is just
Slowly rotating.
turning.
As the power turns off, on the lights go off on the core, and you have the soul of this AI in your hand. You see a blinking light.
One blinking light?
Well, you see 4. As each of the worker droids just sort of whir to life and begin scanning the room.
Now they register that something's wrong.
And they begin moving towards you.
Ashley.
Can I
Actually,
use,
they begin moving towards Ashley, who has just disconnected the AI core.
is it possible to use defeat security?
As far as you can tell, there's no network anymore to connect to.
Okay.
This is their like safety
Ashley?
protocols.
Ashley. Run.
Can I tell if is it clear that the intent is to harm?
They are moving towards you. It is not clear what their intent is.
Can I communicate with them in any way?
You can try and use words.
Okay. I am in control now. Cease
Continue
moving
moving towards
forward. Stop that now, please.
Can we see them from atop
Yeah,
our
as you do, you
circling?
see like 2 of these through the doorway just start moving towards Ashley, and then like 2 from the other side are moving into the center.
Oh, this is not. No, no,
That's
no,
bad.
no. I like the
Feel like
like
Quick
he-
draw. I quick draw.
Everyone roll initiative.
Okay. Which is
Okay,
what is
D8.
initiative again? D8.
Roll a d8.
Roll 1d8.
Add dexterity.
What D8 plus dexterity?
Yep.
7.
On the plus side, you notice none of them have guns,
7.
but
Can
they
I-
do have workers' tools.
Could we just push them, tip them over?
They probably are.
They're like Boston Dynamics.
Oh no! Well, yeah, but
They're gonna open all the doors.
That's the fun part. Just kick them and knock them down
Can we
until they
deactivate
revolt.
their like magnet boots and then just like skedaddle?
I think
You could
floating
you
razor
would be
sharp
able to
things-
fix them into submission as well. Like that is an option. They are androids. Okay, initiative.
9.
Ashley 9.
Wow.
Kika
5.
Thea
8.
Rachel
7.
Somebody was
Okay.
asking about scary cybernetic skeletons.
First up is Ashley.
You got it.
Right there.
Do they have painted smiles on their face to be less scary?
Oh.
That would
Or
actually in a
more
sense, feel a
scary.
They
little
have no
more scary.
faces.
Okay, that's less
They just
scary.
have like a blinking like light.
Just
And then
one?
like yeah, it's just like a blinking light and then like what appears to be a camera, sort of like lens. They don't have like mouths or speakers. You're not even sure they can respond verbally.
Permission to speak freely, co-captains.
Yes.
Yes.
Non-fighters, stay in the hall.
What?
I pull out
Excuse me.
my pistol,
Okay.
my thermal pistol, and shoot the closest one.
All right. They're all roughly equidistant, although you're standing probably on the doorway side of the core. So
The one I would
of
like to
those
shoot the
two
one
by
that's the
door.
closest to possibly hitting anyone else who's not me.
As far as you can tell, they have not moved towards you. They're only moving towards Ashley.
He's got the robo part, the AI.
Make your shot. Roll a d20. Add all of the numbers. I think it's plus
Nope.
5 with your gun.
Oh,
Not.
oh there it is. It's
Yeah.
the orange one. So D20 plus the numbers.
Next to your gun.
15. I think.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
That's 16.
Yeah. Let me double check your work.
Thank you.
Roll your
That will hit. So
2d6.
roll 2d6.
Snake eyes.
That's not what you want.
No, it's super not what I want.
Wait. 1,
So
2.
Oh, wait, but that was your damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you add your dex to
it's
it?
+2
Oh.
for you because it's your dex and
Then
shoot. So 4.
4.
4. Look at you go. You rolled 4 against one of them.
Yay.
I don't know you got a bonus of 5.
It's
Oh, because
combat, shoot, gun, dex.
yeah,
He has 1 in shoot,
Oh.
+2 for combat, +1 for
I
having
didn't know you
the
had
type
2.
of gun.
Is he a
and-
warrior?
He's half
That's right.
expert, but your attack bonus is half your level. You guys are all level 4.
We're level 4?
Yeah,
You
I
should
leveled
have.
up
You
with
also
guys.
have an attack bonus of +2.
Out of town.
You are a partial warrior,
No.
so you have a higher attack
I want
bonus.
to stay here.
+3.
I like it here.
Yeah.
You guys are here.
Oh.
Did you? Were you? All right, Kika. Next up is Theo. You were just told to stay outside.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So I want her to kind of like propel herself off of it toward one of the guys, because ultimately what I'd like to do is see if I can interface with it from behind.
Okay, give me exert and dexterity to dexterously move yourself to the one that Ashley shot, or the other one that's closest to you.
The one that's closest to me.
There are 2 that are about equidistance. One has been shot, one has not.
Oh, I will go toward the one that has not been shot.
Okay.
Yeah. 7.
You will get there on your next turn. Okie dokie. You are slowly drifting. Ashley, you see this. It's slowly drifting. Wait. You push a little bit off, and the thing that you're on, of course, has to respond in kind by moving in the opposite direction. There is a little bit of resistance because there is some atmosphere here. Next is Rachel.
Ashley, throw me the core. They'll go after me, and we can just. They're not very fast.
Yeah, we should have just ran in the first place. But
Yeah.
realistically, we probably should just bailed. They're slow robots. I mean,
Their movement's about the same as yours. Like, they can chase you. But
would you promise to take care of it?
Of course. I'm not in the habit of harming things for no reason.
Ashley looks at it for a second longer, and then tosses the egg core.
okay.
Let me open up my abs real quick. Hold on.
Allow that as an
Under the
instant
football.
action. So as you open your abs and then toss the cord over.
Okay, and I grab it, take a second to make sure that they're turning away from
As
Ashley.
that happens, you see they're a little bit slow to process, but they have clearly registered like the tracking light like sort of moves. Like
Okay,
they're
so
clearly
it's
registering
definitely
the movement of the
this,
core.
and then I just like go outside, like pushing against
Kika.
you. I've got my magnet boots on, pushing against you to like push you back into the hallway.
Just to be clear, we all have magnet boots.
Yeah, but 2 of you aren't using them.
Yeah, that
And
is
then I
true.
hand the core to Kika on the log
football.
thing.
Oh, goodness.
And then I get in position to just like push it down the anti-grav
I am
hallway.
very afraid right now.
Thea's
Like,
gonna
because,
activate
like-
her grab. I assume that's
Drop.
a free action.
Yeah,
right? Just
you drop. That puts it at the robot's turn. You've bolted. They sort of hesitate for a moment as they register that like it's moved, and they're like welding knife and other plasma tool in their hand, and they sort of like turn away from Ashley and start moving towards the door. They do not appear to be running in any capacity. They
could've
perhaps
been.
are not.
We got what we came for. Let's just
Kiko.
go.
So here is my question.
Yeah.
And like GM,
Yeah.
if I wanted to make sure this core was safe
Yep.
by hiding it in my spacesuit, could I open it for a second, put the core in, and close it without 100% dying?
There's some atmosphere.
Yeah,
She's
there's
already
some
said it.
atmosphere.
Enough atmosphere that there will not be 100%
I think there will be a
of?
bunch
You-
of danger signs on my suit as I unzip it to slip it in.
Yeah, you will need to make a roll to determine how long you are sort of unable to be super functional, because you will have vented your suit
Yeah.
and it will need to like
But my
destabilize
goal
your
is to
systems.
trick the robots because it's not going to be in our hands. It's going to be like the dog you throw it. You're like, where is it?
Well, Ashley put it inside of his body, and they still went for
Yeah, but they saw Ashley do it.
I'm guessing because they're robots that it's a sensor, but you can do whatever you want.
It doesn't have any power. I'm gonna hide it in my space.
Ugh.
All right, give me a fix and dexterity roll to do this quickly.
Oh gosh, dexterity, no. Fix, yes. 9.
9. You will not. You manage to sort of like
I just go.
lift up party suit. You exhale so the
Oh, yeah,
loss
that's
of
right.
pressure doesn't completely explode your lungs.
I
You
know
like
that.
shove the AI core inside your helmet because that's where the most space is in your suit.
Yeah.
And then close it up again, and you just sort of take a deep breath and realize there's like still no air in your suit as it hasn't fully repressurized and like there it hasn't reoxygenated, and you're gonna be out for the next round. Like you can't
Fine.
do anything.
But I am on top of the slow moving, like peat log that is moving down the corridor away.
I'm pushing it. We're gonna go fast.
Ashley.
Yes. We do. I am. Am I in any kind of a suit? I just have magnet boots on, magnet shoes on. I'm not in any kind of.
Yeah,
I don't
you have
any-
magnet feet.
Yeah, I don't have any thrusters or anything, though. Correct.
You probably put some on.
Okay.
Like you
Be
have
able
like
to maneuver in space.
strap-on maneuverability.
Where is everyone positioned at?
So Thea has just been pushed back out the doorway, so she's sort of like she drifted back and activated her mag boot, so she's standing just outside the doorway. Rachel's run through the doorway and is now pushing the power converter that has Kika like sitting on top of it.
I would like to boost out the door, grab Thea on my way out, and assist in pushing the payload.
the payload.
Pushing the
Essentially.
payload.
all
Escort
right.
the payload.
Yes, I would like to escort the payload.
You're gonna escort the payload. I mean, if you have more people on it, it does move faster.
Yes, so I will also have the combined. Yes.
Is Thea going to try and resist or assist?
I will apologize
Okay.
while I'm doing it. Then I will
so
say I am
then,
sorry.
Thea will not
do
be
this.
helping. In fact, she will be hindering. So
That's
roll
fine.
your strength and exert with a -2.
I like to think that your
First, yeah.
strap-on shoes are called moon boots.
I would like another wording on that one. What am I rolling again?
Strength and exert.
Strap on and what?
And vigorous, I guess.
Yeah, can I do exert?
Yeah,
Oh.
you can roll vigorous on this.
Yes, finally I can use vigorous.
No one's better GM.
5.
You get to it, and you have Thea, and you're pushing it.
Put me
down. Thea
I
is
lift-
struggling and squirming.
Once we
like a
get there, I would
child.
like to put her down.
You put her down.
I honestly was just to get you out of the door.
Thea.
I apologize. Once again.
Thea lifts her hand in a very dirty signal. We all know which one it is. And
Understood.
Survived the centuries.
then all of the centuries, it still exists. That singular
Every
finger.
species that has an odd number of fingers has the same thing.
Oh yeah.
And then she like looks back at the robots and she helps with pushing it because like she's not a fighter. She's not gonna fight.
Okay. The robots are going to continue to pursue. So I need you guys to give me strength and exert rolls to see how fast you can push this in comparison to like the sort of standard at speed that they're moving at.
Okay. Oh heck. 8.
Okay.
9.
4. I'm doing all the helping.
Thea is assisting. The robots are moving pretty slowly, and it's going to take a little while, but you will eventually get past them and sort of succeed in getting far enough away from them, and like through a doorway. And eventually, I think you probably at this point just go in a straight line because you're not aiming for where you entered the section of the ship, and you're just going straight to the vacuum of space. And so it's like this slow and a little bit awkward chase because they don't have anything to like range attack you with, so they're just sort of like following behind. But eventually, you make your way into the vacuum of space, and like they sort of lose power like one by one. Is like this war of attrition with these worker robots that are just trying to reinstall the
there's, like,
AI.
in a wall, like,
Eventually,
just-
power down.
You should have used the fire extinguishers.
Yep, I was really wondering when you guys were
I
going to do that.
was thinking about doing that, but I wanted to save them.
I mean,
Safety
for the
first.
vacuum of space.
Yes.
For the vacuum, which you have now arrived at.
Yay.
Do we still need to pick up that command unit?
You think you'll be all right without it. You
I'll
might
be
have to
fine.
jerry rig.
Oh, wait, let me roll over that. Yeah, give me about an hour. Like I can fix anything up together.
Okay, then like fire extinguishers back to the bat'leth as fast as possible.
You watch, and there's just this one robot, and it just sort of tries driving its way out into the vacuum of space, drifts out, reaching towards you with its like omni tool. Like,
One camera
And
eye.
it's covered in like fire extinguisher goo.
blink. As you slowly drift your way back to the bat'leth, very slowly with your fire extinguishers, gripping on the command core that you have. Do 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 do.
Well, that was fun.
How you doing there?
Don't
Meep meep. Meep meep. Are you okay? Meep
need
meep.
lungs for breathing.
Aerate your lungs.
They're aerated.
What did you do?
And then like she looks at you and there's an AI core in her face.
Yeah, like the air.
See, like it just drifts past her face.
I would like to put my hand on Kika just for a moment on the back, just a little,
Sure.
as much as is okay.
I'll return this when I get back on the ship.
Very brave.
Yeah, it's on. I assume there's one slight light that is still blinking on it.
Yeah, there's
There's a little bit of work.
glow. That
It's a
comes
glowing
off of
blue
it.
donut.
Yeah, it's a glowing blue donut with a lot of fissures and cracks in it. You slowly make your way back to the bat'leth, and you just sort of bump against the outside, and Oksana will, after a momentary pause, pretending she didn't hear you, open the airlock. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were there. Opens the airlock, lets you back inside the bat'leth.
Don't tell her about the other radio.
She'll know. She'll know.
Oh, good, there's another one.
It's broken.
Damaged in a way that I've never seen before.
Oksana, we're not leaving anyone else behind again, all right?
I understand.
Thank you, Oksana.
Well, let's fire everything up and get back to Duranga. I have a very handsome man to smooch.
Cutie.
I would like to get the AI core from Kika if that's possible.
Oh yeah, as soon as we get back on, I'll like delicate, like as gravity installs, and they're like, and I'm like,
Thank you.
thank you. I'm cold.
Hey, I have some more of those weird powder packets.
Yeah, can we mix it with like? I stole a little bit of
No.
Yeah.
You didn't?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're in a room.
Yeah.
I mean, our room.
Yeah. Our room.
Our room.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's the good stuff. It's silver grade.
No.
Yeah.
What?
And I think that's where we'll leave tonight's episode. As the crew of the bat'leth, with their new AI core and their new gun, just hanging off the back, not at all a target.
Oh no!
Yep.
But we did so well.
You did so well. And that is where we will end tonight's episode. Stay with us. Next week we'll be back with more Leviathan Distant Stars. It's going to be glorious. I'm very excited.
Wait.
More gratuity.
We have some more. We have some more to
Oh,
read.
yeah.
Just
We're
a
at
few.
$769.
Jesus
Oh my god.
Christ.
So
work.
we did double the thing.
Good work. I'm proud of you.
Can I get the
Oh, the punish die.
punish die? I don't want to forget.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, we're gonna read some donations. Okay, where did they end? That was that one. That was that one. That was the fight. Found it.
Yay.
Okay, I think.
I like the
What?
things that I like section in your
that
notebook
one.
is pretty great.
Oh, this is an old
Was
one.
Grinny's the first one after
Yeah.
break?
Very old one.
Okay. The next donation that we got was from Grinny Weasley with $5. Dear Thea. Oh no, that was
last
that was the one
time.
we got. The next donation we got was from Theater Nerd for $90. Time for this one to go to bed. Here's more. One more quick donation to keeping the lights on. Thank you, Theater Nerd. I also saw you got a shiny new TV to watch us with in glorious high definition. So I hope our faces were 1080p wonderful.
More than 1080p.
More than
How
1080p.
could it be more?
4K.
wonderful.
have
It's
to
the
believe in
new
yourself.
thing.
It's what?
You have to believe in yourself.
You have
That's
to
how
believe in
can do
yourself.
it.
That's how you make it more amazing. Next up, we got left-handed monkey wrench with $100 to help keep the space station in orbit. Space.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, left-handed monkey wrench.
Yeah, for the pun.
And then $19.60 from an anonymous donator from Anon. Really chat in honor of the Red God. Also, great job, sponsors, viewers, lovers, and cast/crew less than 3. Thank you so much. Was that all of them? Or did I miss one? Awesome. Thank you so much for all the donations. Thank you for helping us double the goal for
Oh
tonight.
my goodness, that's super helpful.
Making
That
sure
is-
that we get those blue
M&Ms.
Blue M&Ms.
That's definitely
Only
the
blue.
priority,
Because the
yeah.
problem is to get that many blue M&Ms, we have to buy a lot of M&Ms and then
we
just
have-
separate
There's
them out.
definitely
eat them.
no other way.
I keep telling you guys, there's a website where you can just order specific.
No.
Okay.
Those
No.
don't taste the same
And also, then we don't have extra M&Ms.
Yeah.
for everyone else.
Yeah.
Because I have to eat all of
She eats the blue
Yeah.
ones.
I get to pay everybody.
Oh God.
Yay! Scared me. I was like, I get to play Utana Prince Sama in about 10 minutes. And then stuff's like,
The game that you complained about to me, and then now you're playing it because you realize you can take selfies
Thank
with
you,
the anime
everybody,
voice?
for being
Okay.
here, for watching this. We will be back next week with more Leviathan Distant Stars. On Friday, we will be here with A Manner of Speaking, the last episode of our Good Society RPG. Who knows? Maybe someone will get married. Maybe creepy Uncle Bertrand and Dowager Charlotte will have an illicit
ship,
something.
Ship.
Who knows? There's so many possibilities with this final episode. It's going to be amazing. And then do not miss out. On Saturday, we will be running our special fundraiser to help us pay for this month's rent and also to fundraise for future goals. Because if we smash through goals, then we will be able to bring you new and exciting things, which we are very, very wanting to bring you.
to pay rent.
And continue to pay rent, which is like a thing that we need to do every month.
But mostly
over
the
and
M&Ms.
over.
Mostly the M&Ms.
Mostly, we're
Over
gonna
and
build
over
our
again.
next studio out of all of the non-blue M&Ms.
It's gonna be very melty. Come
It
spring.
won't survive well.
Yeah.
I'm
Plus,
going
you'll
to
just eat it all.
enjoy
This is a
this.
terrible idea. So with that, where can we find people next? Let's go with Marcus over here, opposite.
Hi, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at DrunklyRomantic, or you can also follow me if you don't want to follow me. If you want to follow me twice, you can follow me at GeekSpaceTV because I'm the social media person there. So follow us there on Twitch and Twitter.
I am Claudia, but you can call me Jackie Dash. JAKIDASH. Now, what's really exciting right now, which I'm surprised that you forgot, is that we have hashtag Dream Team shirts.
Yeah.
It's got our faces on
Yeah,
it.
it's our faces. It looks good.
They're so
It's-
excited.
yeah,
It's
it's-
lovely.
We have
We have
product
we have
merchant.
merch.
We have merch.
Yeah, it's so. Look at really look at these faces.
Look at our darling faces.
Look at these faces.
We have merch.
You don't want to disappoint us, do you?
Yeah, so we're also getting t-shirts with our faces on.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
such
You have one. I'm buying one. Then you bought another one.
Yeah.
we're
Where's
buying
our
most of our
t-shirts?
t-shirts.
We have tiaras. We're gonna
I
get
do actually
tiaras.
have a tiara.
I feel like
I got it from Disneyland.
Anyway, Claudia,
I
what's
don't
more
have that
information about
link.
you?
But fine.
Teespring.com/# the word hashtag Dream Team.
There we go.
Yeah, you can find
So, also, I usually stream on Mondays and Saturdays, but this Saturday I kind of took it off because I want to help this fundraiser. So, come watch the fundraiser because it's gonna be fun. And then I think next Monday I'm beating Final
We'll
Fantasy
see. We'll
IX.
see.
We'll
eventually.
see. We'll see.
I hope you have all of our faith.
that's a very high goal. I
It's
believe
re-
in you.
Yeah, we only got one boss left. He's hard. She's hard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, where can we find you?
Hi.
Sarah.
Sarah. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at ShellGame. Or if you're in the Seattle area and want to watch me perform improv live, you can go to sarahperforms.com.
What? You did that.
Hard.
Surprise!
It's really hard.
Wow. You learn something new about your bottom partner every day.
Oh my god. God, yes. We're bottom partners.
Yeah.
That's definitely not what it's
Team
called.
Power Bottom.
It is
Pretty
now.
sure my boots were not called strap-ons either, Claudia.
I thought they were strap-on
Much like
thrusters.
life,
What do
you
you
found a
call
way.
them then?
Strap-on
boots.
thrusters.
Boots, or just boots.
Yeah, strap-on thrusters.
Yeah,
Strap-ons.
strap-on
Yep.
thrusters.
Anyway,
I don't like.
That's okay.
I understand, but come on, we have to be human beings.
Not
I'm
all
a
of
human
us.
being.
We
and
have to
also
know
a
that-
bird. And I'm gonna use that to transition
Yeah.
to talk about
I
me.
do.
Yeah.
You can find me at twitch.tv/bluejay or on Twitter at bluejay_712. You can find me tomorrow at twitch.tv/roll20app playing some Burning Wheel. I am a horrible bitch. It's amazing. You can find me on Friday at twitch.tv/DND playing Tomb of Annihilation, where I am not a horrible bitch. I'm a very nice boy. And then you can find me on Saturday this week. No, Sunday. Because Saturday is their thing.
Yeah.
Sunday this week, GMing my very, very first game, a one-shot of Dungeon World. Sorry. Adam Coble's award-winning tabletop role-playing game, Dungeon World, with Sage Latora on the drums. My bad. With Adam as a player, my friend Nadja, Holly Conrad, and Matt Mercer.
Oh, those are all new people.
So it's gonna be good. I could literally slip into a coma and it would still be a good show because of all those wonderful people. So I think I'm gonna be okay, but we'll see.
And I have been your GM. You can find me on the internet as Random Tuesday. I will be streaming tomorrow on my own channel, twitch.tv/Random Tuesday. And I will be here on Saturday doing things.
And Friday.
And Friday, running a show.
you're not
And
leaving.
on Sunday, I will also be running a show, which is a Monster Hearts alternate universe setting with Arthurian legends. And it's amazing. Some shit really happened last week. There's a lot of politics in this, and there's been comparatively less sex for Monster Hearts that you would think.
Monster Hearts always has the good sex.
I know, we've just had a lot of politics
play
and
Monster
backstabbing and conniving, and also people thinking they're going insane. It's great.
Lots of drama.
So much drama.
Lots of drama.
So you can come check that out. There's so many. You can see me every day of this week, in fact. So with that, thank you everybody for joining us. We have had a wonderful time. I hope you have as well, and we will see you on Friday. Bye.
Bye.